Thank you. Hey, saying thank you to people who are saying having a good show. Thank you very much. Also, we got over the next couple of weeks, we got a lot of returning Darksiders. We got one today, so we'll let you know who he is as soon as he hits the intro.
Why? He's right there.
Pete, did you? All right, so we got Ruben's back. Hey, Ruben.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Apparently, Pete forgot where the intro was, and that's why he didn't hit it right away. Thanks, Pete. Are we even in the Star Wars room? All right, hey,
we
big
are now.
surprise.
Put us there.
Big shocker. Anybody on this panel shocked about absolutely anything this week? Comic books. By the way, everybody receives them on Monday. You do know that. If you get them from Diamond or if you get them from, you didn't secretly get slipped a copy. That's when they come into us. Like, that's when you get them through Penguin Random House, too. It's not like, ooh, Star Wars hooked me up. No, fuck that. You got delivered because that's when you're supposed to, okay? I
think it depends. I think some people do get them later. But, yes, a lot of people do get them.
Yeah, almost everybody gets them on Monday. Okay, number 2, Bingo is a sloppy mess. I don't want to hear about Bingo anymore. We will go over Bingo. We're going to try to start a new thing with Bingo. It's a disaster. It's probably our worst thing we ran.
Yeah, because Wayne won. That's why.
Did he?
He won. He had the Mamafa was the last.
I think JJ won. JJ got 2 bingos, but
see, this is what I'm talking about. So we got to set down some ground rules for Bingo. We'll do it at the end because I'm not quite sure too many people give a crap about Bingo, but apparently they do because Ruben was paying attention. I didn't even pay attention.
Ruben says I win because Mon Mothma comes first, and so therefore I would have had Bingo before JJ.
Yes. And that's the end of the game.
Of them appearing. So I mean,
that's the end of the game.
It depends on how you want to rule it.
What? Yeah, I mean, in theory, if he would have raised his hand in Bingo,
wait, did the girl come first or did Mama, the girl on the planet?
Mon Mothma came first.
Or the Emperor girl.
Teacher came after Mon Mothma.
But I thought we said last week that it depended on who.
Anyway, let's go on.
We got to go over to set down. This is why we did a demo. Good stuff. Thank you to all the members who've already sent their numbers over. We will get your stuff there. Yeah, I get it, but that's what this is. It's a test run because last couple times we ran events, even though we had rules, people still complained about it. So
yeah, and Jedi, you know where we're at. If you want to come hop on,
we'll get some of the rules done. No, Jedi, I think said he's coming back next week. I think he's settling in today, and he's gonna come back next week. Speaking of next week, we have a book, a novel. We're also gonna have to review. Pete, you do have Dom's toys this week, correct?
I do have Dom's toys, but yeah, because you might be without me next week because I got a wedding to go to.
Next week's Comic-Con, so
they needed a ring bearer for that wedding or what? All right, let's go say hi to everybody. Let me turn off the air purifier first, I guess. All right, Tommy Longbox, Star Wars Sunday, my favorite show on the week. Even if I do only get to watch it on Monday. I know that's a shame, Tommy, but thank you for the membership. Cheers to you too. Thank you for showing up. RSS collectibles. Sunday is fun day. The Dark Side crew, rants and rumors is their way.
That's Ronnie.
Yeah, I know it's Ronnie. So we count on JJ, Pete, and Jedi to save the day. Hit the like button and share. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you for your sub too. Ruben, wait. Yeah, you are on the show. I'm not saying anything. You are here. All right, Ed LeBeau. I picked up first Doc Afra in 9.8 Saturday under $400 and first Silk under $3. Wow, that still seems like that's expensive for what I bought them for. Told my wife I saved $2,000 because both have fallen in price. Okay, fair enough. Good job. That's what the market's showing. That's what the market's showing. Is $500 and high for the algorithm. Thank you, Ed. Thank you for high for the algorithm. Which one was $500? 98 for
under $500.
Isn't it at like 320? I thought it was at 325. My bad. I don't follow it that much. Ed, clap.
We did it a couple weeks ago.
I don't listen to anything we say. You know that. I do not watch YouTube channels. So do you think I watch this show?
You were on the show.
Yeah, I don't watch this show either. Thank you very much.
You don't have to watch it. You were literally here for it.
I pay no attention for what's going on. Have you ever, Pete, we've been doing this for what, like 2 years? A year and a half? I don't pay attention to any of this.
I just want to know how many drugs you did in life that you can't remember what you talked about 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago? Yeah, a lot, but that doesn't matter. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? And Ed then said hi for the algorithm. Okay. Joe. Ooh, this is cute. Look, Dom, they made a new Slave Leia. Slave Leia Java?
Yeah, it's
There
a cartoon.
No cleavage.
Oh, not enough cleavage for Dom. Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Hey, gang. What's going on, Joe? Thank you for your membership. J-Dat. Hi. J-Dot? J-Dot? J-Dot.
Yeah, I think so.
How's it, crew? Jedi good. Like I said, I think we're going to get him next week. Sticks, what's going on? Star Wars, something Star Wars. Make sure Sticks made his comeback, too. I'm just having a lot of people make their comeback Wednesday, which was nice. Hey, Jedi. Happy to be home. Hyde. What's up, fellas? What's going on with you? Hey, Darthy. Hey, Dusty's back too. Horde. Sup, Squadron. Cool.
Fantastic Horde.
Yeah, Horde. What did I say? Dusty. What's going on, Dusty? Oh shit, BK's here. I admit he was paid by Star Wars influencer. Get out of here with that nonsense. Anybody else? Oh, Zaggy's in early. I won because I like pizza bagels. Jesus, he is such a child, is he not? Dub, good evening. And Funhouse is in here. Justin, good to see you. Wow, we got a lot of people in here. Pete loves Dom's toys. Eric Hurd, hi. Jerome, what's going on? Who else do we have? I got to get to the rest. Oh, Dwayne, yo. Okay, cool. That's it. All right. So, should we get into news? I think we're gonna have a little overlay. We're gonna do news, comics, toys, Andor. And then hopefully JJ shows up at that point because we also have got a card break.
Yep. And his giveaway.
And the giveaway. We got a big giveaway too. I pay no attention to what's going on. Now that Wayseeker's here too, like, do understand there's two things that always happen in the show. Between Jedi Johnson and Wayseeker, I just throw stuff in the chat and they pick pieces out and pretty much put the show together. So I didn't pay attention to anything Wayseeker said this week. So I have no clue how the show is going to go, but I hope.
We also got a tier list tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, we do? Holy shit. We got to get going. All right. Get us into news. Hurry up.
Hey, if we have to push it, we can push it.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to get into news, but what about how are we going to do the giveaway? Because I need to know.
Somebody just put something in the chat about Wheel of Death.
Yeah, somebody just randomly putting a question in the chat doesn't mean that's what we're definitely doing.
We need to get.
All right, let's do news. Then we'll do Wheel. We'll do a Wheel after.
I have to do both, so if I have to track all these names, you got to let me know.
Comics are long this week. Do news. We can put a wheel together when we're.
Toys are long too.
Toys are long too.
Yeah. I got to run that.
He's got to do toys. We're arguing.
You guys are killing me. You're goddamn killing me. Boy, hey, I already almost lost my voice today filming Hidden Gems for tomorrow.
The chat's already going good. I'm glad to see it. I'm having one of those days. The Lions sucked again today. So let's go into the
They can
now,
put
boys,
up like
3-1, baby.
every week. They just can't play defense for shit.
Oh my god! Well, good thing we drafted Hutchinson and a wide receiver in the first round that don't play.
Yeah, he got a defensive end, but he can only do so much. Anyway, Jets. Oh, I'm not wearing my Jets hat. I wore my Jets hat.
About the Cowboys.
Dude, we gotta get this thing going tonight.
This week in Star Wars, I like doing it when JJ's here so he can talk about this stuff because I can only broad stroke it.
I didn't even look at a single one of these. It should be fun. All right,
Ahsoka. I don't know if it's an amazing update. I read the article to figure out what she's talking about. I mean, they're still in the middle of filming it, so I don't know what was so amazing about the update. But
she just used this word and she gave this like definition of amazing to like you don't use this word unless you're talking like about something about blue horses or something like that.
Some crazy. I'm like, I lost.
You want to know why? Because they'll know it'll get pub. Like they know what they're doing. They've seen what happened over the last 2 years with dogs using words.
All I know is it's amazing, religious experience, all these things. Let the show speak for itself when it comes
Dom's coming to the dark side.
I'm telling you, I'm just tired of all these things. You're gonna get hyped, and then you're gonna get let down.
Dom, this is a couple weeks ago. You're talking about how we're not getting enough stuff, and now you're like,
no, I'm just saying. But the fact is that all these things they put into it, amazing experience. Come on.
What's up, Tyson? 4 pizzas.
I'm just saying.
Hey, no, I like this Dom. He's coming to the dark side. Dom, I like it. Stop getting suckered by fools. I appreciate it. If the only person I ever convert is Dom, I'll be a happy man. All right. Ruben, do you have anything to add on to the word amazing?
You know, you can't ask me because I'm a sequel fan, so I think everything's amazing. So I really can't say too much.
I mean, do you think blue horses are amazing? Because Rosario.
I didn't mind the Orbex on the Star Destroyer, and everybody thought that was the weirdest thing in the world.
No, it just was stupid.
Hey, listen, all right, blue shrimp. So blue horses.
Oh, yeah, some stuff, even they admitted that the shit was stupid. Like when they go,
here was the bit that we will get into a little bit more later, but a little Easter egg.
I would like you to study the armor to the left when we get into it, into the right.
Yeah,
I know it's not exactly the same.
Oh, you added this too. Well, I did. This
it was part of the news. I figured it would make sense to put the thing.
Yeah.
All right,
Marco. I'm interested in your thoughts later. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, we'll get into this later. So it's just a little tidbit, little teaser.
At first I thought it was, but then I started looking at it and I'm like, and plus there's two.
Mask looks like it. I don't know about the spiky halo thing going on. But how about Batman? Who do you think? Did you read the art? If you guys didn't read the article, tell me who you think he would love to play.
The trash compactor monster.
Huh. Well, apparently they put the rumor has it that he was going to play Starkiller.
I know who he said he wanted to play. Who he always wanted to play. Like that's in here. But do you have a guess if you don't know the answer?
Rancor poop.
No.
What he wanted to play? Because I didn't
always
read the
wanted
article.
to play this character.
Jackson.
He always wanted.
Jackson the Bunny.
Thrawn.
He wanted to be the guy who hit his head. He wanted to be that stormtrooper.
See, I told you something stupid because only him would say some dumb shit.
He wanted to be the stormtrooper who hit his head in A New Hope. That's who he always wanted to play to tell the backstory on.
Fucking A. You guys all laughed when I said the trash compactor monster and poop, but look, now do you see this? Do you see?
But he only wants to be in a movie. He was very specific, not a TV show, only a movie.
But Christian Bale's too short to be that guy, isn't he?
James Bond got to be in a movie.
Like it, Ruben. Like it. All right.
So Liam Neeson said Ahmad Best was probably one of the funniest and talented guys he'd ever worked with.
Wow.
He's a nice dude. He's a legit dude.
Yeah. I feel bad. Poor guy.
Yeah. But the only thing that came through in the movie was his movement, right? It wasn't his voice, right?
No, I think he might have done the
well. I think movement and the
he didn't write the script and didn't.
He didn't write the script, but I think he might have done the voice.
Dude, this is where I think it's okay to criticize certain things in Star Wars, accept that they were terrible and move on. Like that was George Lucas who did that.
Yeah, it was Lucas,
right?
And it's okay to say that. And it's okay to say like, holy shit, it was pretty bad. He wasn't as bad in Clone Wars, the cartoon. You know what I mean? I think they kind of used him a little bit better.
Misa, not crazy. Misa, just trying to get a job.
That's a good impression. Thank you. And then in the novels, they've done a great job with him. They've done a great job explaining him in the novels, and they kind of make fun of themselves, which I think is that's kind of like one of the best parts about Star. I mean, Ruben just said it, like the horses on the plane, right? Like they've referenced how they've kind of joked on themselves about that before. I don't know when it got to a point that we had to take Star Wars so seriously and either be like everything was great, because not everything's always been great in Star Wars. That's the one good thing about Star Wars. We can F it up if as long as we fix it, we're cool.
Well, you know, if the original trilogy came out today, it would get destroyed.
Thank you, anybody.
Well, you know, because
the original trilogy. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah. There's so many problems with the original trilogy.
But it's glorious. It's glorious just because we grew up with it, and
I mean, it's different. You can't put it in today.
I just don't. I think
45 years later, this is a completely different world.
I don't even think Jar Jar's problem is the racist undertones about it, or the silly lines, or the floppiness, or I think it's a combination of that and that he was over marketed. Like do you remember when this movie came out? That was the one character. They had 80,000 different types of Jar Jar Binks out there. Like there were times out there, and Jar Jar Binks was the only fucking toy you could get.
Remember that lollipop where you had to suck on his tongue?
Dispensers.
Four different size plushies for him. I never went to Toys R Us. Then I went there. I went to fucking Toys R Us. All they had was a whole fucking section of Jar Jar Binks. So of course people didn't like this.
You know what's funny? When the sequel trilogy figures came out, you know, there was a shitload of those figures out there, but Jar Jar Binks, you could always find Jar Jar Binks. You couldn't find them all, really. You couldn't find the
Nobody wanted the 10,000 Jar Jar Binks.
Everybody went out to the fucking mall, which they had one.
The Grogu's though.
There's one fucking. It was like just like Boba Fett. There's one fucking mall, and there's 50,000 Jar Jar Binks. I mean, they didn't even make them did they make them all lightsabers? They didn't make them all lightsaber right away either.
Well, on the contrary, Boba Fett was the most overproduced figure back in the original trilogy.
Yeah,
his figure was so, and that's kind of crazy that his figure is one of the most expensive.
What if Jar Jar didn't speak? If he was only physical comedy, would he be as hated?
No,
I'm just curious.
I would say that he would not be as hated because a lot of people that I've talked to about it said that they didn't like him because they couldn't understand him, and it takes 2 or 3 viewings to get his form of language. And people hate what they don't understand. So,
what if he just talked in gibberish and we didn't a Chewbacca or even like an Ewok? Like, you don't know what he's actually
I don't think he would have been hated. I honestly don't think
so. I have a different point of view for that. If you ask certain people of a certain age about Ewoks, they pretty much talk the same way about Jar Jar Binks. If you ask people then that could get loud and could go on to like geosites and the internet at the time, it wasn't like the social media stuff, but it's still there. They talked the same way about Jar Jar Binks that those people talked about the Ewoks, and the Ewoks were pushed really hard. That's what I'm saying. Like they were pushed really hard. You could always get Ewoks when Jedi came out. Not only that, they came out like 6 different lines. You had like the Play School Toys version of the Ewoks. You had the regular Ewok. You had all types of fucking Ewoks. They did the same thing. There's always a push, and then they try to do the same thing with that stupid DOO droid, which was just a bomb failure of that too. And then Pogs, like,
let me ask you a question. So, do you think the now, like when they do the aliens, like on TV now, the aliens on Star Wars, and they have them talking, they talk English instead of talking with you have to put the words underneath. That they do it on purpose now because people don't understand. Like Guido.
That's because people can't fucking read.
I know.
Like our country, like last in the world with fucking reading. That's why. We can't fucking read. Facts. All right, what's next?
I mean, they didn't do that in Andor with the kids, at least.
Yeah, they didn't do it. Yeah. They just didn't put, but they didn't put the subtitles either. Fuck you. You can't read. We're not gonna give you subtitles. Fuck you. Yeah, no. Yeah,
figure it out. Absolutely. This is just a little. I mean, I guess it's JJ's affinity for Knights of the Old Republic. But basically, it's just saying that it doesn't want a movie adaptation because they couldn't do it justice. The game is just too deep. There's too many choices to be made when you play through it that a movie they wouldn't want a movie. So
yeah, I get it. I mean, I think they're going to do what they did like Andor. Andor had tons of gaming drops in it. They had tons of cartoon drops in it. I mean, this was the episode of like. Every content creator that does Easter eggs / whatever, like if that's their content, they just orgasmed at this last episode. Agreed, everybody? Because this episode was that. I mean, it was they could speculate and what a difference a week makes. First week they're all complaining that nobody watches the show and there's not enough content out there. The very next week they're orgasming over all the Easter eggs. So yeah, I thought it was good. What's going on, Mojo?
And the author was clear. Like, if he wants it done, he wants it to be exactly as the game was. Like, a 1-for-1 adaptation.
I used to have a lot of Jar Jar Binks stuff.
No one needs that. We don't need 1-for-1 adaptations. So, like,
we've already done. I used to want that. I used to want it to be that way, but it makes no sense.
JJJ. Anymore. Real quickly, Ronnie RSS Collectibles. Thank you for the $1.99 super.
Thanks,
John has all the Jar Jar hot toys in his closet. Okay, thank you.
But there is no Jar Jar. I'm waiting for one to come out.
So you have all of the ones that are produced. None of them.
KOTOR is, but I mean, we've always said this. I think Knights of the Old Republic would be hard to remake. Yeah, it would be hard.
Hey, JJ.
Could you see them doing this as a card? Because he wants it. Does he say he wants it as a movie, or he doesn't?
No, he says he doesn't.
Could you see it if they redid it, but did it in a different version in a cartoon, like almost like Clone Wars, where it just doesn't really, except for not focusing on people's. You know how they'd always do this split off stories.
Kind of dark though for that.
Oh, we lost Ruben.
Oh, I know, but what if you did it in split off stories? I mean, then you could lighten it up a little bit.
I mean, it's not canon, so like. Just create a story that you want to tell for canon. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
You see, another thing too is that it's so beloved to take it out and put it in canon, you're gonna get rid of a lot of stuff. They like it this way, the way it is, and that's
so they should leave it. I mean, that's the one part. Sometimes they should leave the things. You're right, Dom. That's very good insight. Like, just leave it the way it is right now, and like, let's not worry about.
Well, that's why we don't need a 1-for-1 adaptation because we already have
it. Yeah. Leave it alone. Good call, Jerome. Leave it alone. Yeah.
Did you guys watch this guy? It wasn't bad.
It was pretty close.
Yeah,
really
spot on.
Not too bad. I mean, I can tell. You can tell that my wife was even like, "What is this? This is a mashup?" Because she can only hear it.
Yep.
But it can be done. Is all.
Yeah. I'm sure they'll use Respeecher though, like they did for Luke, and it'll be all weird and robotic. But whatever.
Probably.
BK, that's
it was licensed to Respeecher, so it has to be right.
Yeah.
Well, this was going to be the last item of the news, but I left in one from last week just because I figured we're going to get into it later, which is we're going to go over Dom's the PulseCon, which was
a lot of fun
yesterday.
Tidbits on this.
They have a whole segment for that coming later.
There? I didn't watch. I didn't have time. Plus,
I figured I'd just wait for Dom to recap it for me.
We'll see it later. Okay, sounds good.
It's like with the comics. I'll just wait for you to recap the comics. So Dom tells me about the toys.
What's your question? Fun. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. What book was Starkiller was in
Technically it's a trade paperback.
Yeah, technically, it's a trade that came with the
what was the name of the TPB though? It was Force
Unleashed.
Yeah.
It was an adaptation of the video game.
It's white and got him on the cover of
but wasn't it a mini comic?
There is a mini comic though, right?
A mini comic.
There is, yeah.
It's really expensive. So that would
I don't think he's ever appeared in like a regular size comic book.
comic book.
Yeah, there you go. Ruben's got it right there.
There you go.
That mini comic goes for like in a 9.8. Like I seen people trying to get 2,000 for them. You don't see
that. The first one's really rare. It was like only sold through like the Lucas Film Store or something like that.
Yeah.
Whole thing. Just leave the Star Wars alone. Yeah. Hey, I agree with that. Just give us new content, Jerome. Just give us new content. You're welcome. Wildly taken is the TPB though. I think that's JJ. How do you want to give JJ? You've got some news about a giveaway. What do you want to do? Show everybody what we're giving away, and then tell us how we're doing.
I was going to leave it up to you guys how you wanted to do it. Wheel or what?
There we go.
Wheel of Death, maybe. I don't know.
Wheel of Death. Pete. Everybody in the chat.
He's running the show. So.
Wheel of Death. All right,
we already got a wheel.
Do a wheel. Start getting the people to chat. I'm gonna start doing comic review, and we'll get through comic review. So Han and Chewie, big book today. The one that everybody's talking about. Han and Chewie.
Yeah,
number 6 came out. Number 6 came out. Nice background, Pete. Chewie's getting choked out. We showed you some of these previews. He's in prison, just fighting it out. The creepy girl from the X-Men is sitting there chilling, going like, "Oh, I haven't committed enough crimes since I was 14."
Do we know why Maz is in prison?
No.
It didn't make any sense to me when I was reading this book. Like, why is Maz in prison?
Why was Chewie?
Isn't she supposed to be a pirate though, or like hang out with pirates or something?
Yeah, well, that's fine. But like, I don't know. That didn't make sense to me when I was reading this book.
And then finally, we get the one thing. He rips off an arm. Excellent.
Nice.
Yeah, it's always good to see a Wookiee rip an arm off and beat someone.
One of the Cantina band members, now they can't play the instrument.
I think you're going to talk about those guys later.
Am I the only one that hates how he's drawn in this? Well, I hate how a lot of things are drawn in this one.
This whole
there's like no detail to his fur or whatever whatsoever.
What about the weirdo guy that's up in the top whose eyes are just like almost glossed over and you can't get his neck off the bag? Whatever. So he's in front of the tribunal. They give him life, which he was wanted for murder and a bunch of other stuff anyways. How he didn't get life already, I don't understand. Apparently you can kill multiple people and not get it, but their rules are weird. I'll explain in a minute. Anyways, so he's gonna die. But then they go over and they've got
he didn't get life, right? He got a fourth of a life sentence.
Oh, did he get a fourth?
Yeah.
No,
a fourth of a life sentence.
Oh, he has he got like human life, but that's like Wookiee life. It's like a fourth.
Yes, this is the first time we're seeing like in Star Wars world, time served is like changed based off of how long your species lives. So,
yes, but it's not just that too. Yeah, that's interesting, but it's not just that too, because when we got Dr. E and the homies over here who kill somebody else. He stopped. They were supposed to die, which, by the way, I thought that was always a put on in the first movie. I didn't think they actually were like that bad that they were actually wanted in 15, but I guess he is for killing people. But they then stop his death sentence because he was about to be executed because they killed a guard and he had part in it. But you're like, well, if you're already sentenced to death, like how many death sentences can you occur together? It didn't make sense.
Yeah, no, that was dumb. Like in Star Wars, if you're gonna get executed, all you have to do is kill somebody else to stop your execution. So
yeah, I think so.
You can infinitely, spare your life by killing more people.
First appearance of time served. Thank you very much. and how the Justice Department works and the tribunal. There's more first appearances in this book than there is in the other book. So then we go back to the plan. Oh, this Imperial stuff is crap. This is all just junk. I don't even know if I want to review it. All right, so instead of shooting first with Han, he blows up a trooper. He somehow's got a bomb when he's already being protected. This was stupid. And then the other group goes to get the Millennium Falcon, the people that are trying to set up Han to like sell them out to the stuff. This is just dumb. I can't even explain how stupid this comic is.
They're trying to steal the Falcon because inside the Falcon is the urn, right?
Urn. Yeah, right. That's what they're going back for.
So this whole thing is their ploy to steal the Falcon.
Right, but it's locked. And then they get shot at, and then they meet him on a separate planet. It was just so thrown together with everywhere. And then they go back, and some other species found a guy floating around, and the only thing the guy says is Han Solo.
And also they steal the ship, and the urn's not there, right? And so
right, the urn isn't there. Yeah,
that's
once again. So it made no sense. Like, how did you? Whatever. But Han was floating in the water in this planet real quickly, so they picked him up, and all he says is Han Solo. That's all he says, I guess. No, like repeatedly. So good book. Make sure you're not missing out on that one.
The good news is I did look into it, and this is a 10 comic arc. Like it's done. It's not going on forever, like we were talking about last week. 10's the end.
Oh, 10? Okay. 10.
Yeah.
All right. About 6 issues too long.
Yeah, Joe. You got it. I mean,
issues too long, but hey.
Yeah. It's got do the fake dad thing, then do one more issue after that. Do 4 or 5 issues and call it a day. I mean, that's all you needed. Dr. Aphra. Choo choo. We saw this stuff before. There we go. All right, we're still dealing with the tendency into Wonderland. She
landed hard in her face in the corner, and she didn't get hurt.
Huh?
Look how she landed in her face.
It's a dream.
Yeah.
They're in a dream world. This is actually the memories of
that's like. There's no mechanics to how this is explained though. It's like so if they like die in this weird memory world, do they like die in real life? Like is it like
they never die in the real world? Eventually, to get to the next memory, you have to finish off the one part of the memory.
It's like a video game.
But they didn't hear. She just like opened up some weird memory portal and went to the next.
Yeah, but she did she killed them all, and that's how they died.
Maybe it's like a pensive in Harry Potter. You just pour the memory in, and then you just go dive in.
So, but what didn't make sense here?
Maybe it's like Inception, where it's like a memory in a dream.
What didn't make sense here is why did Aphra change from going from an Aphra memory to going to a memory of a dead person?
Because she was going to learn how to fly. So, like, this person was like teaching them, and the way to do that is to go into somebody else's memory.
Wait, what?
She's entering into
a joke. Okay, I get it.
Whatever this other thing's memory is. So, like,
what's her name?
She didn't actually learn how to fly.
No, but
he's joking. He was joking. He's using sarcasm. That she jumped off and learned how to fly, and that's how you go into a dead Mira's.
But she's changing her memory. That's the key, right? So because she changes her memory, she's able to go into somebody else's memory.
Well, no, isn't it because
more confusing than
no. Hold on, time out. Stop. People aren't listening to you. They think you're talking facts and you're being sarcastic about it. Because it's really just the ascendance, like the soul thing that's keeping him going, which means it's suckering out part of Aphra's real life. So you go back to this memory from the Ascendant Stone and the original holder of it, and she's like, "Hey, look, these Sith tried to kill me before. By the way, does anybody look and see if did these Sith have short lightsabers?"
No, I don't think they were.
It could be the way it's drawn. So
because it
I think it's
just
just
reminds me a lot
The
of
depth of the drawing is not very good.
You know, it's
yeah, it
perspective.
just reminded me a lot of like the Sith cult in the maybe it's just because there's a lot of video game references this week that I thought maybe it was a reference back to the Sith cult. Either way, a lot of them fall. The one thing doesn't work. There's some people. She gets whipped with. Is this whip not part of one of the weapons that
It's the weapon
Afro-
that what her name has, that Kofa or whatever her name is, the green gal.
yeah, but
She used
wasn't
it
that
like 3 issues ago.
yeah, it was an ascendant based weapon, right?
It's the same weapon, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, sure. That's what
It
I'm
just
asking.
reminds me of the one that Vernestra has, right? And we know in the High Republic there, or
No.
So what's the name of the original comic series?
No, but the one girl that was trying to find the ascendancy stuff that eventually the professor kind of backstabbed, she had this weapon, didn't she?
yes, right.
Yes, that's what I just said.
Okay, no, that's what I was asking. I was just yes, Jason or JJ. That's what I was double checking. Yeah. All right, cool. So that is the same one we think. And then they go The one guy goes, "Hey, boss, the weapon's gone." This is not Darth Croc, by the way. I don't know how bad you
Why
gotta
is it?
be.
Jerome in the chat keeps saying something about Darth Treya.
It's not Darth Treya.
No, Darth Vader was human, and also I think that's a dude.
It is a dude because they say "sir." Oh, yeah, no. It's that these are no. But if you actually look at the background reference, it's just they name the species and say it's a random Sith. Do people not know that Siths don't have to be Sith Lords? Or is this a new like? I mean, I guess we take
Do they all get
advantage.
handed out lightsabers?
Yeah, like there's tons of Sith that have lightsabers that aren't Sith Lords, and just are like Sith cultists had
There's
lightsabers.
people that have lightsabers and aren't even Sith.
Yeah, there are people with lightsabers that aren't even Sith.
the Oprah of lightsabers. You get a lightsaber. You get a
She likes the
lightsaber.
bloke.
Yeah. No, it's not from KOTOR. This is like 1,000 years. This would be right towards the end of Magnus, I guess.
We don't
You
know
don't know
that.
when it is. It
We
just
don't
says a
know
long time
too.
ago.
It could be way before that.
Whoa, time out. But this is the thing, Wayseeker. They did mention at one point that this was what was it during the Sith something era. So like
What's up,
if that's
Astro?
true, because that's what she was saying in the reference back to them is if that's true, we kind of do know roughly within 300 years where it would line up. It would line up in that like it would line up right after that Magnus part of it. It wouldn't be all the way back to the original KOTOR though, but it would come into that like so. We kind of know where it is.
I'm
but-
skeptical because this new canon, I don't think we know enough.
Yeah, I'd agree that's not final, but then she uses the power and then she gets all these Sith characters to kill each
Becomes
other.
He-Man.
How do you get all these characters to now kill each other because you're trying to open up a hole? This comic made no fucking sense either.
It made zero sense. At first, I thought she was like draining their life force, and then they like turned on each
I
other.
did too. That's what I thought, and then like they all die. So I was like, wait, what did you do? How did they all die? Because they're all dead.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
I mean,
think he pinned them against each other. I think.
Well, yeah, but like, how? What is the mechanism in which like you go Super Saiyan and then everybody just turns on each other? Like what?
no,
I guess that happens whenever
It
you
was a
sync,
tone
right?
like
I
in
mean,
the Kingsman.
After was trying to get him to sync,
They
and I
just
guess
went
that's
after
just
each other.
part of the syncing process.
the sinking was trying to betray him and then get him. I don't understand. Yeah, like I said, I don't understand. I mean, it's always cool to see these things, but you do know Afra never explains any of this shit, right? Like,
Right.
so this is the end of this. All the characters are dead. In Afra, when you die, we don't get to see you again.
Well, they've already moved on to another memory by the end of the book.
Yeah, by the end. So there we go. They killed each other. That's unfortunate. Because it kind of would have been cool, though. I mean, everybody here would like to find out some more about the Sith. Anybody not?
I
No.
think it was cool.
Yeah, I
I
thought
mean, it was interesting, but like I don't need to like know who the Darkseekers are and all their past and everything now. Like I don't really care that much.
yeah, I would.
They're
like
one-off characters. So I'll be
Yeah.
one-off.
No, I know, but I like that every once in a while. I don't see you have to give it to us a comic book. Give us a couple storylines in one of their whatever books about them. You know what I mean? I'm all.
Yeah,
I like the Planet of the Sith stuff. I like that type of shit. So like, I'm down. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Wayseeker.
I mean, I think they're just planting like seeds out there for what the future is going to be. Like we've gotten in a lot of comics, just hints about the past, right? And it's probably something that they're just thinking through as a team and for way down the road. And who knows if we ever see any of this stuff again? I don't know. I mean, we're seeing a ton of stories though about ancient Sith, like in the Jedi and the Sith book. There's things in this comic that reminded me of the Jedi and the Sith book that came out earlier this year with the Maul story, where Maul goes to this ancient Sith temple, and there's just ancient Sith everywhere, doing crazy shit like in this comic. So I mean, I think we're getting
another one where he inhaled the ashes like cocaine.
Yeah.
Oh, that was
That was in a Sith temple.
that was Darth. Yeah, Darth Maul in the Sith temple sniffing ashes, and then he had
that's a different story.
Yeah,
Well,
what's that?
Wouldn't a bunch of Sith be killing each other have to do right before the Rule of Two?
This is before the Rule of Two.
Right,
sure.
right, but the Sith kill each other, and then Bane comes out with the Rule of Two.
No, that's not why. That's not why Bane came out with the Rule 2.
Well, also, too, like let's not pretend that the Rule of Two is ever strictly actually adhered to.
Yeah, it's not. But
I'm pretty sure after Bane's death, that nobody really cared. Like,
well, for a while, it doesn't.
But you did. I mean, I think we're getting to this point where like everybody's freaking out over this comic. There's a couple of reasons. One of which is because of the Sith stuff. Like there's articles this week that said, After 24 changes Sith history. It didn't change Sith history.
It didn't do. No, come on now. We know what happened. We know that last week on Thursday, they bought out all the back stock on Diamond, and they bought it out of Penguin, and now they have to sell that shit-ass book, and some of the copies are only selling for $5. And I mean, like, that's the truth. So you got to get out there and write articles, and you got to put them in mystery boxes, and you got to pump it up. Is it?
The next will be like after 25, first appearance of whatever Sith killing sword she pulled out of the thing.
I like that, but I'm kind of interested about the sword.
Me
like,
too.
I know people are knocking it because it got overhyped, but let's not take it away from.
I don't know. I must be the only one that I'm honestly not that hyped on this book as some of like I didn't think it was a great read. It made no fucking sense.
I'm talking about the whole last arc. I've been hyped. You're right. I've been hyped on
even this arc. This arc is weird and fucking going nowhere. Like,
what you don't.
Why is there a flying rat that like opens up memory holes and like
True.
Can we not explain the Ascendant better than this? Like, why is it being dragged out like through like 18 issues of just like, oh, the Ascendancy? Well, that's great. Can't we like explain their background like relatively simply and not like convoluted through like flying rats and like Sith killing swords? Like you pull out like fucking the stone in the sword in the stone or some weird shit.
It's actually a table that they're making it on. They're not pulling out of the sword in the stone.
Whatever.
I think you got to grade it on a curve though. Like why we're excited about this book is because we get Chewie and Han stories like we just read.
Yeah,
that's also a fair point.
We get Luke and Leia in a garage sale going there to hang out with people last week. So like this is interesting. It's expanding the mythos of Star Wars.
I really want to know what this book and this Afra's end game is like. Really, what are they trying to really get at with Afra, and how they after this like whole arc is over?
So that's good because that's what the books are supposed to do. Like, does anybody give a shit? Like, I know JJ that I get it. I get what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying. But like after the Solo book, you're just like, holy fuck, what am I reading after 3 pages? This you're like, this is fucked up, but like at least they're trying. Like at least it's something.
It's actually is fun.
I do actually like how there's a cult group that tries to mimic Sith powers. Then there's a Sith cult group that goes out and tries to hunt those people down.
I don't think it was a cult group. I think that was like the Sith police.
No, because the guy says like we're trying to take over.
Never said cult.
No, I know he didn't say cult. Sorry, Sith.
They actually regarded the Ascendancy as heretics, so they would think that the Ascendancy is the cult, not the other way around.
Well, you can be a cult too if you call somebody a heretic. They do it all the time. But what I'm saying is but they also made a point. But you can cut me off this time too before I finish it. That they said that they want that group also wanted to get the Ascendancy, the Star Gem thing, so that they could have that power. So if they want that power. You never know. Like it opens.
But even that doesn't make like. Why do they want a weapon that mimics their own powers?
Because they might not have full power, JJ. That's why. Because why did they call the one Sir? Like, there's a lot of questions it opens up. Like Dom said, he wants to see where it goes. I kind of want to see where it goes too. Like, I get that it's stupid to have this as a pump and dump book, but we need to separate that was like what we were kind of talking about. Like, is that stuff ruining Star Wars? Like, separate that from the storyline. And this might not be the storyline for you, but come on, dude.
I just think it's
storyline of all time.
It's being stretched too far. Like
I agree, but you want to know why that is?
It's like filler almost at this point. Like nothing
Would
happened in this book that was all that like informative or interesting.
If this was on Disney Plus.
Right.
If this was on Disney Plus live, would you watch it? Like, how would you take it in if this was live?
She does. And Jerome, yes. Yeah, it looked like the Jewel from.
If this was live, this would be like 1/5 of an episode.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this isn't live. And they can't, how they're going with it. Ruben, what do you think of this book? Like, what do you think of this book?
I'm actually going to, I'm not going to lie to you. Since my schedule change in January, I've been actually falling way behind on a bunch of series.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Ruben.
And
my schedule change has been rough.
I know. Yeah, it's okay. I know that this is going to stop here and move on and not lead to much because that's how Afra has always been. Afra's always been 2 books, then it moves on. 2 books, then it moves on. Right. And I do also agree that there are a couple books in this arc that seem to stretch it out. But I also think that is because of the Crimson Reign last fucking, what the fuck is that big ass event that they didn't, that event as a whole has been a failure, has been a complete failure in Star Wars comics. And I know Dom was really excited in the beginning, but it really has been a complete failure in Hey,
this is the last page. We're already on the last page.
There ain't no more pages because the necromancer sword gets built. Okay, either way. But like when you see what they did last week in 23, I think if you take 22 and then read 22 and read 24, it's a much better read. You didn't need 23 in there. I will agree it does seem like they're putting in some fillers, but it's also because the stupid event with the Crimson Dawn, which everybody was, remember when everybody was like, oh, Kira, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, well, that sucked. And like, it has sucked now. Like, it's turning into a suck fest. Worse out for the suck fest? Not worse out. And this isn't either, dude. But hey, so I do think they extended it, but this is probably still the best book out there in the Star Wars line as far as comics go. Yeah. Until we get High Republic, Afra's probably the best thing.
To me, it reads like a Donnie Cates wrote it or something. So going to go nowhere and not end well. Introduce fun stuff along the way that like is like fan service, but then it won't end well in the end.
Right. Go ahead, Ruben.
No, one thing I want to talk about what Dom was asking about the end game, about what this is going to be. When she first started, she went out and found artifacts, stuff like that. That was around the time that we knew that the Emperor was doing the same thing. So I thought their paths were going to combine, where she was helping him find all these Sith artifacts, because we know he's a collector. And to be honest, like I wish I had caught up before tonight, but I kind of wanted it to go that way. That's what I was hoping for.
See, I kind of liked it for the longest time. Afra was 2 months of we're going to go out to try to steal some artifact, and it turns out it's not the actual artifact. Right. And like to stop that and go into something like, oh shit, we actually found an artifact, and we're going to tell the backstory on that group. I kind of didn't mind it, and I kind of still don't. Yeah.
I kind of pages with the robots, the droids.
Yeah, hold on. So we're gonna go to it. So we did the other part. Now droids. Yeah. So we get the droids back from vacation. For some reason, apparently, it's easy to tackle.
Hat and scarf.
Huh?
Hat and scarf. That's funny.
And scarf. Yeah. It is pretty good. I mean, we're bringing.
Yeah, the hat had the gun too.
I know, dude. That's kind of dope. It was good, but it was also only 3 pages. So
it was the best part of the book.
Yeah, I guess. So I gave it to you. So the book wasn't that bad then, JJ, because you got both parts.
3 pages out of 24.
Dude, it is hard times. I mean, if this, I've never lied about it. If this is the best book we have out there, I've been saying it for months now. This is the best book we have out there. We're on hard times, and it does.
I think I counted like 6 comics this year that I think are good comics. That's about it. Out of everything in Star Wars. So.
Oh, you think she's gonna run to
Vader? It is hard right now.
Yeah, at some point probably they'll have to bring it back.
I don't know about this year. I mean, you had the High Republic stuff ended. March or April.
January,
but yeah, the past few months.
January, like the second week of January, it ended, didn't it? Or maybe it was.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think this goes up to issue 50, or it's going to stop and they're going to redo it again?
No, I mean they've already seen 26, so I don't know where it's going to go to.
It's going to get into the 30s and 40s at least. I mean, no, this is going to be either on-running titles. It's going to be Vader, this Star Wars.
Well, because they restarted her first series. Like that's I think what Dom's
Yeah,
getting.
I don't know.
Going to get a reboot for another number 1.
We're going to see a preview in that Revelation book that's coming out in November, right? Where they're going to give an idea of what's coming in the future. So I think we'll know when we get that Revelation book.
But Dom, all the restarts that they've done with Afra really hasn't changed a single thing they do with Afra, unfortunately. So like,
well, they only had the one.
Do we want to? No, we don't want to. We want to end bounty hunters. And then we just need to take a break from some of them. And
Actually, I want them to.
We don't want one, but I guarantee they'll do one.
Maybe Bounty Hunters is going a new direction. I mean, I'm excited for 28. We'll talk about it in the FOC.
Yeah, like I mean, what if Afra
I'd be fine if like Bounty Hunters like restarted. To be honest, like in this arc, into wherever they're going, and like by like issue 35 or something like that, and reboot.
Okay,
and maybe make it about a different set of bounty hunters or something. It doesn't have to always follow Valance around.
But this is the one thing I think kind of talking about the truth in these Star Wars books is, a lot of them aren't good right now. And a lot of them do not lead to anything, right? So like all the people that are going like, oh, there's new great Sith. Like, well, first off, they all died. Number 2, you're right, JJ. We're probably not going to get the backstory on them. You don't want them, but we're probably not going to get them anyways because they don't give us that. I mean, what was the third cover for this book? Who was on the third? Who was the Sprouse cover?
Oh, what's
Moment. Fucking 2016 is the first time we see Moment's helmet. You know how much more backstory we've got on Moment so far?
2 issues that came out after that.
2 issues, yeah.
We got like 2 sentences.
That's what we got.
Fucking Shadows of the Sith.
Huh?
Yeah.
We got like 2 sentences in Shadows of the Sith.
You figured out his helmet was in a vault in Dooku Lost.
We've gotten 4 sentences, complete total throughout the novels, 2 comic books in a fucking cover, and 2 covers, really. That's what we've gotten for 2016 to 2022.
Right.
What do you think these dead Sith are going to give us here?
Man, I don't think a lot of the writers for like a lot of the comics, like when they create like a character like that, unless it's their character, they don't seem to come back and use it that often in Star Wars stuff. In comics, at least for Star Wars. Like
they might be told not to. Like, we don't know.
It could be.
They could be like, no. You got to hands off.
The more and more we see this stuff too, the more and more like because everybody's like, well, every time we play a game, there's like a bunch of comic book characters that everybody wants to put into this, and especially look, man. There was a big time where I was going through lists and I was trying to help somebody out and saying, like, I know you're putting these as first appearances, but they're nothing. And we're talking about Dark Horse.
You're on the perfect 3 pages now for that. Look, you just now got the Murder Droids back. They've been out of the comics for what? 3 years?
Yeah.
2 years?
Yeah.
2 years? I don't know.
Long time. Were significant players. But I mean, just think about back to the DH days. Like, there's like 150 Sith that never showed up, never had shit else to do. They didn't make fucking comics out of like they had no significance, and to this day have had no significance. I'm just like, can we calm down a little bit every time something shows? Every week, Han Solo had 5 fucking first appearances in it, dude. You know what I mean? Can we just calm down a little bit with first appearances in Star Wars? It's not that big of a deal.
Right.
All right.
But we're gonna get a second front of that, right?
Bird droids are sweet though too.
So we're gonna get a second front
sure.
of it.
Hey, they want to murder Afra, right? They do want to murder Afra, right?
Yeah, they still do it.
They want to murder everyone.
I don't think they care who they murder.
No, because in this conversation they said somebody's missing. They definitely want to murder Afra.
I didn't follow. Is is that the reason why they didn't kill them or didn't try to kill them? I know that Tolvar and Star Wars got the drop on them or whatever, but like it acted like from the conversation they're like, oh, like we want them all to be here before we kill them.
Right.
Kind of, I read it, but
Too many B.
Yep.
I go by date. What I don't know what Jerome's saying, and who is the new Han? Because honestly, I've been here. When was Gillian's run? Was that 2016 too? Anybody?
Gillian's run of what? Vader.
Vader.
Yeah.
No, it started in 15.
Yeah,
TV.
started in 15.
He was the first writer, I think.
2015, we've been hearing how Dr. Afra's coming to the screen.
Right.
How many years is that, man? Look, man, Afra's got a better shot at Raven, and Raven's got 0 shots. So, like, or Evan. So, like, where are we going with this, guys? You know what I mean? Where are we going?
Yeah. I mean, that's just how Star Wars is. But, we're going to get a second print of this.
Yeah, we are.
Sorry, background.
And shops are going to they're going to buy too many of these things, and nobody's going to want it.
They don't know why the fuck anybody's ordering this, because we don't know why the fucking. I mean, we know why, but like literally, you just saw
won all the books.
We told you what goes on in this book. We told you how Afra wins. Why the fuck is this book sold out? Why? I mean, besides
hype.
Macan.
Yep, and
Somebody told me to.
We warned you about
buy it.
Okay, JJ does actually. This is the one thing that JJ does always say, though, and it's pretty makes sense. Star Wars isn't like Marvel. You might be able to see a character in Marvel and then they'll show up in a TV show or something like that. But 99% of the time, Star Wars characters do not show up. And honestly, if you look at how a lot of this is going, a lot of it is if they show up in the cartoons, they end up showing up in the live action. But next week, we got, speaking of good TV shows, Mandalorian. Speaking of first appearances, we got a fucking bunch of more first appearances. Who cares?
This is first
because it's an adaptation. You know exactly who's
Land cover is so weird to me. He looks like he's like a midget.
I know the Land cover, and I like Land's work. So.
And then we got a little Grogu with the cat. Okay. Holy shit! There's a lot of fucking covers.
Yep.
You got the 100. Was it the
Morocco version?
100?
Yeah.
Morocco version. It's coming.
Who cares?
We really fucking just want to kill the comic book industry, don't we? All right. Cool.
I'm over the. Hey, we're just gonna
They've been pulling that for 5 years now.
Yeah, no.
Oh, it's a 1 in 100 virgin cover.
Ooh. Yay!
Remember what they were doing with the Joe Quesada black and whites, though? I mean, like they fucking forever. Okay. Next up, what do you guys think of these? Here I gave the analysis for this one too because I thought it was like, you know what, Star Wars. You know, wasn't it like Star Wars sold out? What 2 books ago was so great, or 3 books ago was so great? You know what we should add on to that is Hulda and her solution for running out of fuel. Like that's really going to get people to read this fucking book. The cover on the right, the white cover, is the A cover.
You didn't put the cover on there that we were talking about in chat.
That's a different book. Is
that 27?
That's the Bounty
Bounty Hunters.
Go to Bounty Hunters real quick. I have a question.
So what are these covers on the left? Before I get into that one, we'll talk about it. Do you guys like them? First off, the covers.
I like the covers. Yes.
I'm sure they're another series. Like what Sprouse does.
I could give a shit about the action figure.
Yeah, the action figure sucks.
I like it.
It's bad.
I don't know why I like the A cover. It's fucked up. So I think I'm going to buy an A cover.
Is that Inferno Squad, though?
Yes.
Huh?
With the ties, right?
Where?
Those ties are the Inferno Squad.
Well, the Versio is on the cover of Bounty
Hunters. What are you talking about? Oh, no, he's talking about in this book.
No. I know, but...
but on the cover there, right?
On the cover, coming out of the Death Star. He's asking if that's Inferno Squad. That'd be pretty hard to tell.
I don't know.
They're just TIE fighters to me.
FOC from Mandalorian. This is the Gris. I actually kind of like this. You guys probably hate it.
I like it.
Cool.
Grogu's head too green.
Don't care.
Yeah, he looks like he's radioactive a little bit down there.
He looks like a Martian.
I think the whole thing's
coming out
of dude. I like it. I like Dion. I like this. I fucking like it.
That's it, Pete. I hate it. I hate it now, Pete. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, as soon as I say I like any cover I say I like, I know all you guys are gonna hate.
No,
so I like this cover, so I know you guys aren't gonna like it.
Hey, I like it.
Appearances
This
coming
is
out
the first appearance of Fennec Shan. I can't wait. I want this and the return of Boba. So I would be getting this every copy.
I actually like the stock cover on this. I don't know weird. I when they do like the
cover,
the hologram things, I like them. I don't know why.
Huh? Yeah.
Why does the concept art one look like they're taking a family photo? Like, come on, squeeze in,
group together.
Come on.
He's talking to the
act like you like each other.
No. Tallest Tuscans in front are in back.
The Gris variant is the first time.
Get that gaffy stick out of frame.
You don't need the gaffies. You can get it later.
Helmets on spikes. First appearance of Stormtrooper helmets on spikes too. So that's first appearance number 8 for these books. For number 5. All right, Bounty Hunters. Here it is. I probably should have blown it up. We got Ian from the. This was all weird. Preview was having the variant as the A cover for a while, and then had to switch it, and it's a connecting variant.
So
this is like the last panel, and the A cover is like a panel out of the fucking book
with the giant leg.
No, with them falling out the sun hole is out of the last book.
Yeah,
like,
his leg. Look at how big his leg is.
Because it's up close.
How close is it? Bosk is closer. Like Bosk is in the foreground. His leg shouldn't be that big.
Look at Bosk other hand. It's a small arm.
I have to undertake that this
perspective on Bosk makes sense. Perspective on Valance doesn't make sense.
doesn't make sense.
They're over-exaggerating it. It's poorly done. That's all.
It's not Valance.
Oh, whatever.
Okay, go ahead, JJ. What?
I was going to say, so I might undertake this that it's a Revelations variant, right? But this is not a Revelations tie-in or anything, right?
Yeah, I don't
That we know.
No,
So she is most likely in Revelations and not in this book.
Don't say she.
I don't know.
Who it is.
Ian
Yeah, Ian from
Inferno Squad.
Yeah, but also from where did we first see her? The video game. Battlefield's playthrough.
Battlefield 2.
Battlefield 2, yeah.
And to answer Jerome's question, he says Terminator. What he goes, Valance has been around before Terminator.
Oh, we're not gonna play this game. So, but he has. But yes.
Yeah, I guess that's interesting. JJ. I don't know if she's in this book or if it's just.
I think it's
she's going to be in Revelation
thing. Either way, it's the first time. That is the first
cover.
time you see her on cover. But yeah, I don't think she's going to be in. No, who knows? This
I don't know why they're showing on the covers that she's going to be in the book. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense, really.
But it's that's what I'm saying. It's a Revelations variant, though, right? So I'm assuming those characters are going to be in Revelations, not on.
Right,
not
and that's what
book.
I thought too, and that's why I was thinking the Inferno Squad. Maybe
I feel like a proud father. Did you hear what Dom? Time out. Stop, everybody! Did you hear what Dom just said? Dom, say it again.
I said, why would she be on the cover with a bunch of characters that are in the book without her being in the book?
Well, I don't know, Dom. We've been asking that question forever. Every time you say first cover for something, but shit, they've been doing it for about 2 years.
Let's say, name your example.
Welcome,
Vader 20. Man,
why was Momin just on the cover of the Afro book? You went in there.
Welcome, Dom. Well, Dom's somebody. He's cashing checks today. All right, very good. Moving along. There we go. And that's what we got. Dom, I love it, buddy. I love it.
I got everybody who commented on the wheel, and I added members as well. So if you're a member, even if you're not here, you still get put in.
God damn, I love Dom today. What, Wayseeker?
We also got something else next week, right?
We do. Wayseeker, go ahead.
Yeah, we got the first High Republic book, Path of Deceit, on Tuesday. So you're picking up your Star Wars stuff. Don't forget Path of Deceit.
Or
there's early reviews out there too. Don't spoil yourself.
Or you could actually.
If you want to. If you like that type of thing, do it. But
no, but we'll review it. I'm going to pick it up. It's written by a child, so I'll probably be able to read it faster than a child. Do you know Wayseeker who wrote this book?
Ireland was co-writing it.
Marco's favorite author.
Your favorite? Yep.
All right,
you're still looking forward to it.
No, absolutely not. So we'll have a full review on that. If I don't,
I'm hoping since Jedi is going to be on next week, maybe we can get Jedi.
Jedi's going to be on next week. So maybe
I heard Marco's got a nominator for a Peabody Award or something.
Worst. God, worst. Name one person that writes worse books than her in Star Wars. One.
Oh,
in Star Wars,
qualify it at the end.
Man, hey, it's a race. That's a race to the bottom. That really is a race to the bottom.
Like George Mann, not Charles. Sorry, George
Mann. Yeah, George Mann.
I don't know if I didn't actually. I don't remember some of the authors from the old EU books, but I could probably find a couple that are worse.
I'm talking about currently. It's a combination of her all of a sudden breaking off into some relationship or wanting every person to sleep with every other person for no reason and going through a little 18th love triangle compared to a man who wants everything to be dragons and Excalibur. I don't know which one's worse, but they're both pretty fucking horrible.
They work together. I know they wanted to sleep with the dragons.
In movies and books and stuff like that, the sexuality, but everything's got to have that in books and comics.
It's not even sexuality, dude. It's literally like little child. It's like nonsensical shit. Like every book she has is her character that she writes. She'll write 4 characters, and each character will literally want to fuck everything, including a plant. And that's what it should go through dialogue.
It's like One Tree Hill meets Star Wars.
No, am I wrong? That's what she does. And then man There's a fucking dragon. There's a fucking dragon in a castle.
It's always a monster. Always.
Huh?
So they need to write a book together, and it would be about dragons sleeping with dragons in Star Wars world.
In the
That's
sword.
what
Yeah,
it's
the
like.
Rick and Morty episode.
Yeah, oh fuck yeah. It'd be the worst piece of shit you've ever read. Tell me I'm wrong. Okay. I know. I am really gonna hate reading this book. So, all right. Let's do toys so I can fucking get the thought of that book out of my head. Dom, what do we got?
Hold
All
on.
right, so here we go. So post-con, well, this is before post-con. So a couple of hot toys have dropped. Cobb Vanth, the hot toy finally dropped. It's not up for pre-order yet. It's going for $300 and looks pretty damn cool. You got the best damn hair in the galaxy. I can tell you that.
Mm.
But nice little looks like Timothy Olyphant midget. Small
They
version.
need the hip out.
What happened?
Yeah, you gotta have the Raylan Gibbons stance.
Yeah, he's got to have the
Yeah.
gunslinger like hip out stance.
Hey, well, I got it pre-ordered already, so of course
How
I
much?
did.
How much is the pre-order on this? How much did you?
Yeah, $300, and it's not coming out until
Christ.
the what was it, April 2023 or December 2023, something like that.
Thank you, Yoda News, for the pictures. Appreciate
I
it.
think actually, you know what? 2024. I'm sorry. It's
You can go
actually
site.
Oh my God, 2024.
So it's
Yeah.
going to be before or after the next presidential election.
who
Wow.
knows? Maybe we'll see what happens.
Summer Olympics. Do you know
Joe
what?
got good
for?
points.
Maybe.
How many people are going to mod that? Really give it.
He doesn't have the hat though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they Hot Toys surprised us by giving us all the Inquisitors.
Why?
I just say
That's what I thought. Was like, why?
Inquisitors aren't really even in the fucking show.
That's what I was going to say. Like,
you
who's
know
going to be
what?
spending a
Hot
couple
Toys
$100?
is trying to
Yeah.
capitalize making money.
You got two line sister and
Actually, the what's that? That's the fifth sister. What's the
bad makeup
the
Han
second-
and
the second
bad
sister?
makeup.
Who's that? Not the second sister. The one at the end.
Tendril.
Not
exactly. You don't know, do you?
I don't
No,
know.
I'm sorry, I
She
forgot.
got two lines in the whole series.
Yeah, she, That's what she.
Yeah, we'll find
Alright.
out when they put her name on the
Yep.
box.
They're pretty cool though, but I'll definitely consider.
No.
Maybe.
Not
Oh, imagine having these in the showcase, all three.
Probably wouldn't have her name.
No.
It'd say female
No.
Inquisitor.
No, but I just
It's
thought of
pretty
new
cool.
Hulk. He's a real American. Go ahead,
Like-
Dom.
All right, we go next. So for the little bit of Funko, we're getting a second wave of the comic Funko Pops that from comic
Oh, okay.
versions.
I wasn't sure if these were pops or pins or.
Do you have a whole inch chest?
No,
What the hell
no,
I was
they're
looking
the
at?
Pops. They're just the second wave of the comic versions of them.
I like that sweet purple
I
robe.
remember Palpatine looking like evil
Well-
ET in the comics.
But, no, but in the comic book, it's just the way they were drawn. I mean,
Oh,
like,
my-
you had
Guy
like
on the left.
Obi-Wan with the purple robe and stuff like that. Just the way they were drawn.
Oh, it's the fucking eyes that throw him off.
Yeah.
That's creepy as
Yeah.
fuck.
I can't wait for the Boba Fett to come out, and they will be making a Boba Fett. So, but
You
more
can
than
wait,
that,
Tom. You can wait.
I can't wait. They're for pre-order now if you want to get them. I got them.
No, what? Why?
Why? Hey, because I want
Oh,
to.
okay, go.
But we have to throw in Indiana Jones here because it's part of Lucasfilm. I know it's on Star Wars.
We do.
Cover this, you should cover this on the Friday show, but go ahead.
I know I'm gonna do it on Friday show too, but we're getting 6-inch figures of Indiana Jones. Is awesome, and
Yeah.
definitely got to get Indy.
Fucking hate these boxes.
Marion comes with a pan. She literally comes with a pan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
How much are these? $30
these
bucks.
are like $26 each.
No, they're $25. I did pre-order indie because it's indie, but god
Yeah.
damn it, I hate this goddamn box.
I know because there's no window.
Exactly.
It's all
Some
yeah, it
shit.
sucks.
Also,
Why
too,
not
what's with
put it in
that?
there?
The hanger looks weird. It's like super thick.
Why?
They have these plastic things on the back. Just make sure people aren't using Scotch tape over them. That
Well,
is
no,
one
that's
thing.
it's actually the hanger is actually cardboard. It's no more plastic either. They got rid of the plastic cardboard.
No,
It's all-
okay.
so-
That's good. It's fine. That's fine. That's the way things
Yeah.
are going to go. We
So
can
if you get
complain
these
about it
5
later.
figures,
A little
you
bit of
can put
advice. Hold on.
together
A
the,
little bit of advice. On the back, they have those circle plastic. It's like a sticky thing. Watch out.
Yeah,
because
I know.
yeah,
the clear duct tape or not duct tape, clear Scotch tape and put it over it. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
you
people
can build
wanna
the
see it.
arc.
I know,
You
I
get,
know.
with the 5 figures, you could build the what he was looking for, the arc.
Oh, each one has a bonus.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I kind of wanted. They should have an
Oh.
action Belloc where he did the like. I'd buy that. If you
Is
could,
that supposed to be Belloc on the bottom
yeah, in the garb.
Yeah.
in the ropes? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
look,
pretty
the one
cool.
dude looks like Kingpin. Look how hefty they made the dude up top.
It does look like
Well,
Kingpin.
they actually
He's
changeable heads.
pretty thick
He has
around the
head
middle.
with melting too, which is kind of cool.
Why
I like
don't
the-
they have top round?
That's
Nah,
the
yeah,
next movie.
That's the
That's
that's not yeah.
Second series, probably. Well, this
I
is
like
the first
how
series,
I like how
right?
they gave the
First
hand to
series.
the first guy after he burns his hand.
Yeah. You get the extra hands. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It's pretty
So-
cool, you know. If you the indie collectors that always been wanting
Dude,
Indiana Jones figures,
I guess you get
there
to
go.
build the arc like you're getting Pete.
I'm about to say, where's the art coming?
That's probably the
Yeah.
artifact.
No, you build it with the you buy all 5 figures.
No, it's like
with the-
build a figure. It's like build a
the
figure.
build a figure is you get
Uh,
the
Yeah.
lid, the body, the 2 arms,
Add
and
Wookiee fanatic.
a rope.
He is.
You're pretty pissed if
Yeah,
I just
so-
got the rope.
So I'm gonna be talking about this on Friday. So
how can you find the arc if you don't have the staff of Ra?
Yeah, why aren't you mad at that, Tom?
They
Why
have a
did
whole
Karen
separate
Allen
toy for
white
the
drop?
staff of Ra. You can buy the head.
No, I couldn't
See,
even
I
imagine.
think these boxes look better like this. I think this is slick.
Well,
Really?
Yeah, I like
no,
these.
because
Not the-
let me
not
tell you
the
something.
indie
All kidding
boxes.
aside,
These boxes I think are slick.
you
You don't
can't
want to
see what's
actually
inside.
see the toy?
If you want to see what's inside the toy, because there's a lot of problems that toys are broken and people are changing stuff, which is crazy.
Once again, we said make sure you check the seals, right? But
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but even if you check the steals, you still don't know what's in there. Think of how many
yeah, we
times
do
you
because
bought a
this is
figure-
the fucking 4th version of Cassian Andor. There is the fuck we
I'm
don't know
not
what's in
talking
there.
about that. I'm
Yeah,
just
but-
talking about in general.
No, he means like if you don't know if somebody's tampered with it,
Yeah.
But-
Or even if it's just a mishap, like where the goddamn
Yeah.
when the gun falls
the
out,
weapon or
it's fine.
something.
Nope.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's
geez.
it's a pain in the ass. I don't know. It's just if it was a door, like you could open up and then you see the clear plastic, fine. But I
think
want
the
to
point
see
is
the
not use
actual
plastic.
figure.
I think that's what they want to do.
Here we go.
This is just the way they're doing it. They're keeping it on the.
and it's
Go ahead,
shitty.
I'm not gonna spoil, should I spoil Dom stuff like he spoils ours, or should I let it go?
Ah, good.
Well, on the vintage stuff, they're going to use the plastic bubbles.
I know
They're
the
keeping-
vintage. I have
Yeah,
to switch
vintage,
over
yeah.
to the goddamn
Vintage,
vintage
they're
now.
They're gonna keep the plastic on the vintage.
Oh, God, you're supposed to be like, yes, thanks a lot. I was going to talk about that later. Don't ruin it. That's what
Yeah.
you're supposed to say. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I'm going to switch over. I guess.
Well, anyway, so this is so we had
Fucking
PostCon, which kicked it off the Indiana Jones and the Star Wars. So we're getting 4 characters from the Andor series. Andor, Mad Mothma, what's the name? Bix.
You guys,
Vic
this is-
and,
this is- this- you guys wanted fucking plastic windows so you can see these 2 fucking characters, huh?
Hey, listen, I want the
Yeah. Otherwise,
Mothma.
you're just displaying the box. I could take the toy out and just put the box up then.
I know you have to check the seals, but if you're going out to the store, you buy something, you see it. Sometimes you don't get a chance to check it. But
Not good, dude.
I'm not saying they are. My point isn't
No,
I'm
I'm
mad
not
and I'm
saying
getting
that.
my fucking Mon Mothma toy that I can see. I'm saying all toys not being able to see them bothers me.
He loves the
you can make the whole Rebel Alliance. now. You got Mon Mothma.
Mothra does not matter. You want the Mothra girl toy here? Okay, I get it.
Mothra.
I like Bix. I'll take
I'd
that.
rather buy a Mothra toy.
You can reenact the booty call with Bex. There you go.
Bex, this ain't
How?
Becky down the street.
You
This
don't,
ain't
they don't have
Becky
the
down
other
the street.
dude.
This
The other
ain't
guy
Becky from the
doesn't
store.
have the toy.
Huh?
The other guy doesn't have the toy.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
yeah,
was
you
gonna
can do
say,
it
yeah,
with
the
Endor.
other
the other guy
You
don't
You
have a
can,
toy,
you can
that
do it with
guy.
Endor. You can make it happen with Endor because she was with Endor. So
Oh
it
my
doesn't
God.
matter.
You don't know she's with
They didn't
Andor.
show that.
We do too.
Bex,
You can
Bex
tell by the
with Andor.
tension. They give you everything you need to know.
Exactly. The eye
don't know that.
contact.
That's not the booty call. The booty call was the other guy.
I
Yeah,
know,
I
but
got
you
it.
can do call to
You don't
Andor.
know. You don't know that could be his sister. You don't know.
Maybe it
That's
could
not
be.
his
Who knows? But
sister.
I got it.
No.
Anyway,
He's looking for his sister,
he is.
Yeah.
And she's working for the Empire.
and he
We know
knows
that.
where she's.
Anyway,
He knows,
it's
and she
done
knows where he's from. There's no way that's his sister. Come on now.
Oh my god.
Well, you know, the only
Yeah.
thing that collectors now have to worry about is that, you know, when people inbox collectors that like that show their stuff, it's kind of hard with this cardboard. The just no window.
Yeah, I
You
don't
know,
like
kinda
it.
sucks.
Don't like it one bit.
I like it.
I'm gonna have to switch to these goddamn things.
So now we have the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi coming. This is the first wave of figures that are dropping. You can have a Biker Scout. You can have Wicket. You can go to
Am I
next
the only
page.
one who thinks Wicket should be at a discount?
Yeah, it should be half price.
It should be. They're robbing you of plastic.
I know.
They should give me 2 goddamn Ewoks for that price.
That's like, why is egg whites more expensive to get a whole egg? But anyway, that's beside the point. You can move on to the next thing. Go up to the next
The
page.
next one? All right.
Yeah, so we have Another
right?
peg warmer Lando, which obviously
I
is
don't
going
know.
to be.
I always like this Lando. I always like.
I know I do, but unfortunately, it's been a peg warmer, the original one that came out
Well, I don't care
Yeah,
about
so's
the
that
original one.
Han. Both of
in
them
the
are.
Han in the Andor gear.
That Lando was too close to the other Lando.
That has to be the ugliest Han Solo figure I've ever
That
seen.
is why.
Yeah. I know there's a big push with the plastic.
Tim
It
doesn't
sucks,
get a
but-
figure. Tim with 2M does not. Hey, Repair Tech Tony. Tim with 2M does not get a figure. Yes, that is correct.
All right, you got
You're
to
going to
the
get that Han Solo, though, aren't you?
No way.
You got to.
No.
I
That
have
thing,
to.
that scalp is fucking horrible. Have you seen the face on that scalp? It's fucking horrible.
Dom's not saying no. Dom is not saying no.
Well, you know what? Nah, I'm actually passing on these. I'm waiting for Boba Fett to come out. The 9th million Boba Fett, but that's all right.
Always waiting on the Boba.
Way
Oh,
Seeker, I'll
Boba
probably
Fett.
wind up getting them because I have my
So-
wall I have to finish.
Yeah, Ruben's got no choice.
Hey, Jeff,
I have no choice.
don't
I
worry,
got
dude.
no choice.
This is kind of cool. Another pipeline. We're getting a couple of Book of Boba Fett figures. We're getting another Cad Bane, so it'll be the third Cad Bane
God damn.
that we have.
Are we? Or are we just going to get a box with their picture on it? They can have a
It's a
brick
box with the
inside
picture.
for all I know.
It's a box with the picture. So we're gonna get the Cad Bane. We're gonna get a Pike, which is actually pretty cool. I actually might pick that one up because
Why
You
is
own
that
the Pike.
cool? Why is the Pike cool? Can
why?
you help me
Because it's
understand
criminal
why a Pike is
underground. You
cool?
need
True builder. Hey, Wayseeker, true builders, don't knock true. You cannot knock true building on this
Yeah,
channel.
exactly.
You cannot knock it on this
Come
channel.
on,
They
you
will
don't
tell
think
you-
people want
How
Pikes
many we
I
have
gotta
to
get
buy?
it out there.
to go
We
against
have
their
no problem with
their
true
Boba
builders.
Fett?
We have zero problem with true builders. If you want a true build, that's your prerogative. We
Exactly.
have no problems with you true builder people. Not
Especially
us.
have a criminal organization like the Pikes. Come on, man. You can have a bunch of them and you get killed by Boba. Come on.
Don't
let's go.
overdo it, Dom. Don't overdo it. Just say, hey,
How many you gonna
we got a
buy?
problem with you. But if you're somebody who true builds, no problem, guys. We got no problem. No
I
problem.
got no problem. I just want to know why. Why do people
True
want to
building.
Pike?
True building. True Wayseeker. That's
True
enough.
building.
We're not getting into it. It's true building. True building.
And then we have
Diorama
a
is a
Tusken
true
Raider,
building.
new one coming out.
You get a true building.
Pipeline,
There we go.
What's the
which is
chief?
pretty cool. Another troop builder right there.
No, that's the chief.
That's the chief. Oh, that's the chief. Okay.
That's the chief. Well, I'm assuming that's the picture is the chief.
I-
So
okay, yeah.
I'm assuming
You're
we're
right.
getting the chief.
We're getting the chief. That's pretty cool.
Then you got to make the lady too. Then
Yeah, so down the road, well, right now they just have 3 coming down the pipeline with the Book of Boba Fett.
all right. I
Now-
got a question about your next one.
Go ahead.
Are we sure we're getting that face,
Yep.
or are we getting the Hayden Christensen?
I don't
face?
know. Well, that's going to be, they're going to react the scene between Luke and Vader down the pipeline, Black Series. Again, so these will probably be the next wave of the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi.
Well, yeah, that's like 3 years?
No, next year.
No,
Next year.
those are cool. I like those.
Yeah, hell
Is that
yeah.
Not
Oh, yeah.
40.
Yeah, next year it's the 40th
Is it?
anniversary.
Yeah, 83. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got these coming out, which the repackaging, everything's repackaging, which is
The Empire figures have been out for 2 years.
yeah.
I thought they were behind. That's all. Oh.
And I'm gonna get another Royal Guard and another R2D2. So
The guard's cool. We don't need another R2.
What are we gonna do with another R2?
I don't know.
If he shoots the lightsaber out of his head, all right, you got me.
Nah, it's Return of the Jedi R2. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
so, okay, yeah,
yeah,
That's
off
the-
the
yeah.
off the barge.
that's right.
It's
yeah,
gonna be
okay.
it's not gonna be that one.
Nah, it'd probably just be the repackage of a repackage of a repackage.
You
of a
sure, not the
repackage.
drinks? He's like, "What are you doing? I see you're serving drinks like that."
No,
That'd be pretty cool.
I want the R2 with all of his doors and everything all open from when he got shocked and just standing
Yeah,
there.
there you go.
That's the one I
That
want.
would be different.
All right, go to the next page. All right, so we're gonna do some vintage figures now. So they're finally coming out with one bad batch vintage line figure, Hunter, which
Hunter.
you know what, pretty cool. I might pull the trigger on this, maybe,
I can't.
There's
I
no
can't
might.
do all of those different lines.
maybe. It's the vintage line, You have to
Yeah, these are the
represent.
3 3/4, right?
Yeah, yeah.
The little guys. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't go back.
All right, you go to the next. Pete, thanks. So here we got Andor. So of course, they have to come out with vintage figures from Andor. You have Andor in his nice brown jacket.
When they make these mock-ups, do they then use this same image to sell as comic books later on? Is that how they work? They do double duty.
Maybe. Well, you know what? John Christopher Tyler. You know he.
Yeah, JTC is. He's like, all right. Well,
Yeah,
your
we're gonna make the comic book cover like
sell these
this. There you go.
comics.
But yeah, so this is basically coming soon. I don't know when. It might actually come pretty quick because they came out with the Obi-Wan figures pretty quick, so they might have these drop pretty quick. And then you have what's her name, Val. But you know what's funny? You have Val. Was it Val from Solo, right? And then this is Vel. Okay.
Well, I'm more surprised we just saw this character on this week's
Stop.
episode.
You don't let that go.
He's
He's been doing so well. You don't let that go. I
Well,
don't
actually,
understand, Dom.
this
I don't
actually
understand.
figure-
Dom, I don't understand Val and Val.
This figure leaked before she even popped up in the show, so it's already done already.
Well, we've seen pictures of her in trailers, right?
It was already really revealed already in the back of.
Is this the first appearance of an AK-47 in the Star Wars universe too? Because would they just really get tired of like, fuck it, we're not designing any space guns anymore? We're
That part GI Joe. They went GI Joe-ish on the guns.
Like we're gonna use the regular ones. I don't have it in me.
Wait, no, I still want to go back to that point. I don't understand what Val in Han Solo, and this one's named Val, and I don't understand.
No. I was saying what I was hearing when I first watched the episode. I thought they were saying.
Val. You're mixing. I thought you were saying there was like some link. I thought you were
like, what the hell, man?
No. Okay. I thought you were trying to link. I thought you were trying to link.
I actually seen it. Val. I was like this. I thought Val and Vel.
No. We can mispronounce people's name on the show all we want.
Right, so
I thought you were coming up with some weird theory about Solo.
No.
Here's
They do have a link. They do have a
now.
link. They do have a link on this episode that he was on the planet, or one of them. He was on. It was this episode, right, where he was 16. Yep. He's on the planet at the same planet that Solo was on during the Solo movie.
Nimbian or whatever that planet is. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Oh, here we go, Don. We talked about
the Cantina band. The whole band we're getting. That's pretty cool. It's like if you're building your whole cantina, you finally got them all in one place.
You know what?
Dwayne Scott. The original movies, all the guns were built off of real guns.
I realize they might be trying to save on plastic, but can't we use plastic window packaging on the figures we actually get and just make less fucking figures? Like maybe cut some of these shitty figures so I can get the plastic window box so I can see the goddamn Cantina band and not just a white box with a picture of the Cantina band on it.
Slow down, Pete. This has been a thing. These group boxes have been like this for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with plastic. This is how they do these sets.
That doesn't mean I have to like it. I can still complain and say I would like to see a window to see the figures inside. Whether they did this before or are doing this now, it's still shitty.
Yeah.
I think one of the problems that I have with it not having a window is I have plenty of figures that are mislabeled or they have the wrong figure inside. And I'm sitting there going, hey, it's worth more because it was on this card and I haven't been this, or it's upside down or something to that effect. Yeah. This thing, I'm just going to be like, I'm going to have to buy two. I just want to open one just to see them.
Yeah.
Well, these builder packs, since the day they released them, that was supposed to be part of the point to keep the price point down. They were going to build, like they did this with troopers. They did these with clones. Yeah. They did. Like this is the 6th box art. I mean, I think if you're gonna go to war on this one, I think you should have done it.
Well, I'm not going to war on it, but I think there's a difference between troop building with this band. This is the entire band. No, I'm not building a new band. Like I'm gonna buy 3 boxes so I can make a giant fucking orchestra. Like no, this is the band.
No, I don't think they give you all the instruments, bro. I think it's just the figures.
No, you get the instruments.
5 of them, right?
No, you get all the instruments too.
Isn't there only 5 in the box?
Yeah, everything, all of it. They're all
no, there's 7 on the cover. There's only 5 figures in the box.
Where do you see there's only 5 in the box?
Well, all the other builder boxes were 5.
You keep assuming it's like all the others.
You get the whole band. The whole band.
This is a band. This is not a builder pack. That's what I'm saying. I don't see this as
a
builder pack.
Oh my god. So final product may vary. So this actual box that they sell, this isn't a new thing. They've sold these with all of them. It doesn't matter what the group was in it. It usually is typically to 5. Am I correct on that? This line is a box that sells 5 different figures in one box. Usually they're similar. Like if they were clones, it was 5 clones in a box. If it was Sand People, it was 5 Sand People in a box.
I understand what you are saying, but that doesn't mean that's what this is. is what I'm saying. Just
know for
because
sure
the troop builder packs are normally 5, it's a 5-pack of
Can we
troopers.
just get a Reuben
that-
unboxing on this
This
channel?
says it's the band. They show a picture of all of the band, so I'm assuming.
I understand. I'm asking that it's 5 every time.
But why are you saying this is a troop build? That's what I'm saying. Why are you making that connection between the two things?
No. Because this box. Do you understand what I'm saying? How they do this box?
No, I understand you're assuming what this is.
No, it's what it's called. These are called the troop builder boxes. That's what they're called. That's what they call them at PulseCon, the troop builder boxes. This is a band, but it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if it's fucking sand people or fucking. It doesn't matter what the fuck.
Yeah, Marco, there's all the figures in it with the instruments.
See,
so it is
okay.
That's what I'm saying. You're assuming it's like one of the other things, but I'm asking you. This is what Dom is saying.
This line. What I'm saying is
I know the line before. I know what he's saying. I know what he's saying.
I know what he's saying too.
Right.
That's why I'm having an argument with him because I know what he's saying.
Because the fucking line is the exact same for every time they've done it. So they did something different. That's what I'm asking. Okay.
Thank you. You can move on.
That's what I was saying.
Move on.
And they should have a goddamn window so I can see the band.
Your window, you're a little baby with the fucking window.
So now we got down the pipeline. We're getting a couple figures. Now, people are gonna be pissed off because people bought the barge to get the yak face that was in the barge when you bought it from
no fucking windows in the barge.
You know, when they bought the barge from the HasLabs, and there was a yak face. Now they're coming out with yak face regular. So is the card going to be different from the one that was in there? You probably, but
the barge, there's no windows. Go ahead.
Right, it kind of sucks because
it's a vehicle. I got no problem with that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. But the collectors are going to be mad now because the value is going to go down.
Like G.I. Joe's, you didn't get a picture of the vehicle, but the figure. There was a window box to show you the figure that came with the goddamn thing.
I know. So you got a couple of pipeline figures that are coming out, which some Jabba the Hutt guys in the background, which is pretty cool, especially the yak face. We got the next one.
Who's the other guy? Wait, who's the other guy?
The other one is what's the
one of the
Ruben? What's the that
dudes?
The Skef guys. The guys from the.
Yeah,
I thought it was somebody from Avatar.
No, not the ponytail guys. One of the green face guys.
Yeah, he's one of the guys in the barge that was on the barge.
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
He has a name. Tip of my tongue right now.
And you got a
Leeway.
Yeah. And then you got the Vader. They're coming out with a vintage Vader too, which you're coming out with the 6-inch, and you're coming out with the vintage too.
Is that what they're going to mirror now? Is a lot of the vintage and the 6-inch just going to mirror?
Yeah, because people are complaining.
Well, no, I'm just thinking. I don't think that. Like, at least you get to see what it looks like in the. I'm trying to solve Pete's problems here, but I know it's not going to solve his problems. But at least you get to see it in the vintage package, so you know what's going to look like.
Yeah, but it'll be shitty because it's 3 3/4, and the molds are very, generic. That's why I don't like.
Also, people like the vintage line. A lot of people like the vintage line, so
yeah.
You got to go to the next. We're coming out with a Hauser, which is pretty cool. You're getting a Hauser. Clone Trooper Hauser. And you're getting a what's it, Nick 2? Nick what's it called? Nick
2. You're getting all the way down to Hauser? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're coming out with them all.
Okay.
Also, there's more plastic on the vintage line than there is in the Black series. Just pointing out.
Okay.
So if they really wanted to save, they picked the wrong line.
Well, I think I think they should cancel vintage line altogether, bro. Like, I'm against the vintage line as a whole.
But look, you know what's crazy? They're not going to make any vehicles anymore for the Black series because it's too big and it costs too much. So you can make vintage ships and stuff like that. So for the vintage line, but we'll see. You go to the next. So we're getting a play set of Andor, the Imperial little Imperial play set from
the back door.
Yeah.
I gotta admit, it's not that exciting of a playset because it's pretty basic.
It's gonna probably be mostly cardboard too.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
the bunker playset.
Just like a box with.
It's not. You know what? If you want to make the Return of the Jedi scenes happen, more power to you.
The diorama stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
I mean, I get it, but
for the vintage, so you can't make the diorama. You can make the diorama for the Black Series, but things would be huge. So,
does it come with like the troopers, like Captain Rex that they retconned in that?
I don't know what's coming with that. They didn't mention any figures coming with it yet until we'll see. We'll see what happens. Now you go to the next.
Yeah, one more.
So we're coming out with a helmet. The helmets that came out for the Black Series, they're gonna have a clone trooper helmet. It's on the way. So
thank God I don't collect helmets.
Yeah, because
dude.
How many more of these we're gonna get?
Yeah. Gonna make as many as they possibly can.
That's what I'm saying. Like once you break the seal on the clone trooper helmet, all right. Now we got Ahsoka's crew. Now we
come out the Bad Batch. They have all the Bad Batch helmets they gotta make. So
yeah.
But that's no. I think there's something else. Isn't there something else?
Nope.
I put two more things.
Wasn't the last place
bunker in this?
Yeah, I sent you a second one over. But all right, no problem.
Wasn't the last place
you added two things? The last thing before was
there was two more things that I found, but that's all right.
Wasn't the last place set real quickly? Wasn't the last place set the hallway from like the ship for like when Vader walked down it? What was the last place set?
Well, actually, the new thing that just came out that actually just dropped. It was the Mando, the rescue when they were rescuing Grogu from Moff Gideon. They came out with a little place that just dropped it. It was from HasCon. So, what I want to show you was the they have the holiday figures coming out for Black Series. They look horrible.
Nope, not looking at it, not seeing it.
They have a gingerbread clone trooper. It looks like a piece of shit. I'll be honest with you. It looks it looks like a piece of shit. I looked at him like, and then have a Mando in an ugly sweater. It's funny.
Are you gonna get it?
You know what? I was thinking about getting the Mando in the ugly sweater.
Yes, you are. Yes,
but not the shit trooper. Not the shit trooper.
I mean, I want to see your Christmas tree when all these things are done. Like we're gonna have to get a picture of Dom's Christmas tree.
Yeah, just a still.
Yeah.
Yep.
He doesn't. He can't put it. No. Did you just hear what that means? That means like he's gonna have the Charlie Brown tree and then just a bunch of shit stocked up above it. He's not gonna have enough room because you know how big your tree would have to be for all that to be on there.
I'm gonna have the Fett tree for Fettmas.
Fettmas. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So that's toys. Pete, do we want to get into the? Let's get into the.
No, I gotta catch up on the.
That's right. Andor. That's what I'm gonna get into. Do you want me to do bingo and talk about how?
Yeah, talk bingo or something for that. I know I just have a couple of names to add, but also I have everybody's name. I'm adding it as you guys make comments, but I know there's only a couple more to throw on.
Okay. We're gonna have who we're gonna have. Dom. Let's see what Dom got. Dom did not make it. Wow. Okay.
He hit a lot though.
A lot. Wayseeker.
Like I wanted to play full board.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Winner.
5.
Got it. Bingo.
Winner.
So I had the Mon Moth for my.
Mon Mothma was the last one. Yeah.
Bingo.
You hit my moth. Sticks all over the place. Prince, he got it too.
Bingo.
Which one hit there?
Deidre.
JJ. But JJ's got a double hit. We did say last week.
Backwards L.
See, I think we should just do double hit. Because I don't want to hear people crying about like.
I want to do full card.
Because it's never going to happen. Everybody gets it at the same time then. If we do full card,
we're gonna because there's like rumors of Jar Jar Binks showing up and stuff.
26 possibilities.
We're gonna add Jar Jar Binks to this one. I actually gotta get a line of people to add, but there's a lot of rumors. So now that the rumor this last episode has the rumor mills. I don't know what it was about content creators, the rumor mill content creators, and I guess I don't follow them as much as you guys do, Dom, and probably Ruben, but like, have you noticed like over this last week, there's tons more Easter eggs and tons more rumors.
There definitely was a lot of Easter eggs.
Still nobody's watching the videos. That's the interesting thing, Marco.
What?
They're putting out lots of videos, but nobody's clicking on them.
Because it's not their usual stuff. They can't get away. Their titles, I looked through just to see that because I had heard that. I'd heard that like, oh, their stuff's not getting clicks. But their titles were like they're not their normal, like their titles needs to be, this is what's wrong with Star Wars. can you believe people are upset about this in Star Wars? Can you believe that these are 962 Easter eggs that you never got to miss?
Well, you know the
Dude,
funny
they
thing
did-
is,
I saw one guy literally to try to get back because he was so worried and he changed it. But originally his thumbnail was like, how KOTOR made it to Star Wars. And they had a picture of Revan. Like that was his thing. And I was like, huh? Like, I mean, I get what he was doing, but like, and now they've calmed back down. You've seen them kind of calm. Now they're right back into their flow. It's all about like, and next thing you know, they're going to do the Star Wars Gone Woke. We're going to get that after next episode, which will be great. They'll be.
they already
back
talked about
on-
it already. They already said it's a bait and switch.
Yeah, but we can talk about that a little bit when we talk about the Andor comic stuff.
I don't
Like,
know that.
when we talk about Andor comic stuff, like the people that were even mentioned, they're not doing anything.
JJ made a J. JJ wins. He made a J. Double win. All right, so that's what we got to decide. I don't want to. You want to know what? I really just don't want to do.
It doesn't matter. Just reset the game.
Yeah, I'm going to reset the game. But what I'm saying is, I don't want to do the who first because what if two people show up so close and then we get an argument over it? I want it to be easy. So if you get more,
just for fun, man. It's just for fun.
It's gonna.
No, that's
we can work it on later.
oh my God, look at this! I was really close. If Palps would have showed up,
Palps,
Would've had
Tarkin,
you.
or the Wills.
I still think that talking
Go
is the one that would definitely probably pop up.
definitely, probably,
Probably.
Definitely, probably, maybe.
Maybe.
Rule.
Unlikely. Keep
It's
going.
close.
Well,
Most
Sith,
likely,
no,
you're
Sith
right.
Rule
Yeah.
got it.
But the
too.
rule, yeah, he got one.
Oh, he did.
Right down across the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, across the middle. Nice. All right. He was mom too.
Yeah, another Mothma.
So, but he had the back end was okay. The back end was her. Okay, I see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. How did you study these cards, Ruben? You know the cards better than I do. All right, there we go. All right, that's what we got.
I
Jedi's
looked.
card.
Yeah, it is. Look at it. I can see a bingo and not see a
You
bingo.
have to look with your eyes.
Yeah, I know, but like, it was a practice, but I didn't think it was
Wait,
going to
go
be
back, go back to the last one.
Jedi.
No,
Where's
okay,
mine?
never mind. I thought it was Cassian as an adult. I said he's been an adult the entire time.
No,
What's that? Sis. It says a sis.
There. Oh.
All right, so I will take
That's
recommendations up till Tuesday of names we should add in. You can hit him DM or something.
How bad was it? No, you didn't show me what I got. I want to see how.
You
You
didn't get
said I had the
anything.
worst card in the world.
Oh, Palps.
Well, I just needed bail.
Yeah.
Close, I guess.
Yeah. See, you said it was the worst
No,
card
you
in
need
the
more than
world.
bail. Oh, because you got a diagonal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or Palps. Yeah.
Well, Palps, I would have needed Palps and Saul.
So,
Oh no, I guess I see it now.
Oh,
Yeah,
Palps right up and down.
Yeah, up and
Palps
down.
up and down.
Yeah, that's all right.
Maybe I should move it down row and row 2, so it should be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 4 and 4.
Change
no.
the cards around.
3, 4. We should do 5 and 5. Okay.
Yeah, but bingo's 5 and 5.
Okay, relax.
What
It's
game
just
you playing? We're gonna play some different game.
No, don't bring it up. 'cause
Andor.
he's
We're gonna
no,
play
Yeah,
stop,
Andor.
stop,
We're
no,
putting together.
4 and 4.
Wasting your Dom's going to start. Do not do that. Do not do that.
I'm not going to start with.
I can't wait. Yeah, we're gonna put Revan on the card too. All right, so we'll make up new cards. I think all members. Every member's given us their answers already.
What?
All they've given us their numbers
Just
already.
use the same numbers.
Yeah, same numbers.
Okay, same numbers.
It's easier that way. Just use the same numbers.
Let's go through the review.
When do we want to run the wheel just so I can play? Because we have the wheel, we have
Here.
the tier list, and the box. Jesus Christ, we don't have time. to
And
do
we
all
have the
this.
comic thing after this.
And the
too.
comic thing. We might have to push something.
We're gonna push something. We're gonna have to
We can
push
probably push
tier.
the tier list. JJ
Yeah,
doesn't want
push
to wait on the
tier.
card.
We can't push comic. If
we
we want to do
want to
comic,
do it after
The
this,
problem with tier list is you can't do it next week because you're not here. Period. We can put.
Yeah, it's all right. I can wait till the week after then.
you want to do the
Hey,
repeat after this?
hey, it's all right. Stop talking. Let's do
Not
this
time
real quickly.
sensitive.
Time sensitive. All right. Here we go. So they get on they do the little spacing where they're like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? I don't know. Why don't you join this? Okay, yeah, I'm injured, blah, blah, blah. He got injured. They're taking him to a place. He gives him a kyber crystal, but doesn't call it a blue kyber crystal.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, nice to see
Which is
you.
very confusing. I kind of go, isn't that a kyber crystal? Isn't he describing a kyber crystal? He did do one reference, the game reference right off the bat. I told you I misspelled this one. The Rakatan or whatever. Those were those big bug-eyed things.
So they now are canon.
They already
I
were.
thought that was a website that you could do to buy stuff or Pakistan.
Yeah, right.
No,
They already were. But they actually had a lot to do with hyperspace lanes and stuff too. So they're not.
They were the ones that they founded the hyperspace, right?
They were
And that first one
cannibals.
was
and
hyperspace.
they were-
I don't know if they were canon. That might be right on that one.
You really think so? I think they were. Either way, how did? Oh, I'm not gonna ask about that question because I know the answer. But yeah, they brought that up. That was cool. They fly him to a new planet.
Aldani.
There you go. To meet Vel, who? What do you guys think of this Vel character?
I mean, I think they're going to be love
Let
interest.
me ask you a question. Do you think one of these characters a spy for the Empire?
No.
Yeah, I'll tell you who is. Then we get the kid that falls asleep. He's gonna die for okay. Vote right now, Ruben. Is this guy gonna die in the next vote? Yes.
It took me forever to figure out why I knew this kid, and then I remembered.
This is Karis, right? Karis Nimic.
Yeah. Is
he's dead, right?
End of the fucking world? Is that the name of the show? It's on Netflix.
He's dead, right? Everybody dead?
I don't think he's dead. I think this kid might be force sensitive.
Well, I don't know about that, but okay.
He's the one that said, like, I can tell, like, I can feel that Andor is fully in it, right? He has some weird line where, like, he can feel Andor's.
He just might be.
No. Way Seeker. That was all about being a true believer for the cause, and always the true believer for the cause is the first one to die, my man.
I'm just saying he can feel it, though. That was a weird line. I don't know. Maybe he's force sensitive.
I actually do think that someone is force sensitive, but they're hiding it.
What?
I quit.
You already said.
Go for next segment.
I'm telling you, we're gonna find out. I don't think he's dying. I think he's force sensitive. That's my call.
That should be our gamble. Who's gonna die?
Yeah, we'll play that game. Who's the Jedi?
Okay. This guy is going to backstab the whole group, right? Because he brought up Guerrera and the troops. He knows about them. We do. I mean, Guerrera is gonna show up, and he's gonna be the guy that rats him out. And that's why this little kid's going to die, because he's going to get caught up in the backfire while Guerrera's trying to steal the money. Yes?
No.
Actually, you think...
Well, you think he's Luke Skywalker Jr., Wayseeker, so of course you don't...
I actually think it's somebody you suspect that's going to be the mole.
Listen to the chat here. Look at the chat. Chat's with me.
Oh, my God.
Chat's always right.
The chat... The chat has never been right once.
Wow.
It's the truth. All right, so then we get all the little things, and then people are mad because Star Wars forever has used real weapons, which, okay. We get the rest of the group. These guys are all dead, too. I don't think a single one of these people are going to live.
Well, they did say that the body count's going to be high, so we're going to say...
This is kind of cool how they had an Imperial guy. I do have a question about him, though. He was around for 8 years. I don't know. He told the story about did you guys find it interesting? Do you think that the story that he told about the people who do the praise, do you think that the wills are going to show up by any chance?
I'm going to give everybody on the panel, when Mark West a question like this, only answer yes or no. Because if you answer anything else, Mark is going to get mad.
That's not true. Only if it's ahead of time. Do you think the wills are going to show up for the pilgrimage? Yes or no?
I don't know. I think they might mention the wills.
Well, I don't know if we have to tie this in with the wills, just because.
Well, he's wearing a vest. He could have got that from an Imperial. He took it. He's wearing it.
What?
I would say no.
No.
Who took a vest?
I'm just saying his outfit.
The Imperial? You think he took his vest from another Imperial?
I think he just got the clothes. He got clothes.
You think he's not really an Imperial? He's pretending to be an Imperial.
Yeah, who knows? I'm say everybody was an Imperial one way or the other.
He's working for the Imperials.
He's working for them. He's their in. He's their guy. He's their man on the inside.
You think he's faking being the inside man, and he's not really the inside man?
I don't know.
That's a lot of work to put in for a half dozen fucking rebels hiding in the woods.
I don't. I mean, I'm with you on some theories, but that one I can't get with you.
I don't know.
He's a tour guy. All right, the chat is right because the chat is funny right now. So they go over the battle plans. The kid who's going to die pulls out the back. I mean, everything he did, everything that he said that he had a feeling about Cassian being a good guy to him. Oh, I built this. It's all typical trope setup for him to die, but we'll see.
Which is why.
And then she goes, like they built this. I mean, this is a very good rendition, by the way, of I guess the area. And then she points out one little thing, which is a supposed to be a temple. Now, is that where he's going to be force sensitive and turn into Luke Jr. is in the temple? That's the only reason why I thought that the Wills might actually show up.
So does
because
this map also double for when they play their Warhammer games, like later on in the evening?
That's what I'm saying. Is a choo-choo train? I mean, I was gonna say that, but they do have actually a fucking choo-choo train on this because it reminds me of like
something to do in the middle of nowhere.
Like, why are they making such a big deal about the temple that's in the middle? That's what I'm saying. Like, why are they making such a? Because she does make
probably the point
because that's their timing. That's what they're building their plan around.
Yeah.
It's around the distraction of the event.
Of the event, but that temple's not linked to that event. I don't think, is it?
That's where they all gather.
Yes,
they're going to go.
What's going to happen.
I thought she said it was a ruined temple. Did she not?
No, I think that's where all the people congregate towards it, come out to see the fucking whatever the light
crystals that blow up in the sky.
Yeah,
they're called the eye of the whatever. Yeah,
the Northern Lights. They're going to come out to see the Northern Lights. They're going to go there.
Do you think they're going to sing the song "Let It Snow" during this?
And they're going to have trolls, and it's going to be amazing.
Maybe.
Dwayseeker got it. Yeah. All right. Next up, the last white guy was wearing a vest. He's a bad guy too, not Imperial. And then we get then we follow the Luther. He's got apparently he can't pay for anything, but he gives away kyber crystals, but he's got tons of gold rings and bracelets and shit.
What do you mean he thinks pay for anything?
He puts on a wig and he's all smart, but the wig
he thinks to himself, "Thank God I don't have to be on that."
He can't pay for anything.
What do you mean? He didn't pay Andor. It's a loan.
He said he's been fronting people for a while, which is why he needs Mon Mothma to come through for money.
Yeah, well, he didn't give Andor money though. He gave him the crystal.
No, he gave him the crystal as his connection to say, "I want that back.
I want it
back. I'm not leaving you here. I'll be back."
No,
I know he said you could sell it, but I don't think that's the reason why he gave him the crystal. I gave him the crystal so he has the sense that I'm going to see this guy again. He's not just ditching me on this planet because he wants his shit back. That's how I took it.
Oh, I took it as I mean, I take it as that too, but I just was wondering there's no money. Hey, either way, he's got all these nice things, and then this is kind of a shit on Pete. You didn't let me finish it. And then he smiles that he doesn't have to be on a shit ass planet with people with no food and nothing else, and he can go back to using toilets and the 3 shells like normal Star Wars characters, which he does. Then he goes to Coruscant, and he runs into Pete's favorite Black Series character with no window, apparently. I did think this was good, right?
Character.
For somebody who's been kind of criticizing her and that she's in this, I still think there's a little criticism for it. However, I did like how they go, "Do you know the new driver?" They're kind of, I actually see her more as a vehicle than actually a main character. But I did like it. I liked how they did have a new driver and that the Imperials put a new driver on her, correct?
You just don't like Mon Mothma.
We don't know if he's an Imperial driver. It's just the fact that we know that he's a new driver and Imperials everywhere. There's spies everywhere, she says. So
I have a question for Dom.
Yeah.
There's lots of theories on the internet that his helper's Andor's sister.
I don't know.
Picture there.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Dom, he wants her to be an Imperial.
I know he does, but there's
it would make sense.
I think that his sister's is working for the Imperials, and you will see her eventually.
Oh wait, if that's the case, somebody else might have won bingo, or a lot of people might have won bingo.
Well, we don't know yet. We have to go back. Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to go back.
That's why That's why he knows. You know what? In a way, it could be true because Luton went after him to recruit him.
He said, "I know a lot about you," so maybe he knows a lot about her.
Because you're right. It could be.
Ooh, look at that way, Seeker. Coming out with the internet rumors. But Dom will kind of say that's okay, but he doesn't believe that the chauffeur is an Imperial spy, which pretty much they said 18. Every person here said it was.
No, it could. No, I'm saying that spies are everywhere. She didn't say that he was an Imperial spy.
So Ruben, do you think that he's an Imperial spy? The cabbie.
I'm sorry, Luthen is an Imperial spy.
No,
the chauffeur.
Chauffeur.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the chauffeur was.
I think they only said it like 8 times to infer that he was, but
I know that the way she was saying it, I'm not saying that he wasn't. I'm saying, but the spies everywhere. That's why she wanted to get him distracted so she can talk to Luke.
So then Luther says, well, if he's an Imperial spy, take this little bat thing and spike helmet him and your husband because he's a douche too. And she said, no. The husband said, no, I'd rather buy him something else.
Why are we talking about like he's a spy? Like it's an underhand, like everybody's an Imperial. Like they're all fucking Imperial. So
exactly. Oh no, because
his boss what he sees, because that's what a person would in his job would do.
I thought it was good though, but and then they go into the back room and she's like, yeah, I think the guy might be, there's a possibility that they are looking at me a lot and they've even given me a new driver and it could be him and blah, blah, blah. And they're talking about some faceplate thing instead that she's not going to actually buy for her husband and is going to get a refund, which by the way, if you're funneling money, why wouldn't you just buy a very expensive, like this is how, do they not know how money laundering works in Star Wars?
Well, I don't think it's her money. He's trying to get, government money. She's trying to do a shell game to get him, like, Imperial money, not her personal.
Well, then why doesn't she just buy it for her office? Do they not know how corrupt politics work?
I guess there's that. The golden toilet.
What's that? Yeah, buy golden toilets.
Yeah, buy a golden toilet.
Yeah, golden toilets. Buy them all. Buy them all.
Golden umbrella rack.
Yeah.
But you see, he has all those in the background. You see the holocrons.
We're getting there, Dom.
We went over this in the preview of the show, Dom. God damn it, Dom.
Not a holocron. That's the puzzle box from Hellraiser.
Holy fuck.
We only went over it 3 times. 3 times.
Only.
I wasn't there for that.
So she gets home to the White Palace that she lives. See, look, if you got all this stuff, you have to be able, in like live trees, live cherry blossoms, being able to move into your thing. You should be able to somehow be able to afford funneling money that way. Does everybody hate the husband? He's a douchebag, right?
He's gonna die.
Okay. I have a question about the husband.
Yes, please do.
Okay. Yes, I hate the husband, by the way. But in Return of the Jedi, when she talks about many Bothans died to bring us, we know that Bothans was a different type of species. But did anybody else think that she was supposed to be married to this one that died, or was I the only one thinking, okay, we're going to see her? They're going to see this Bothan that she, because I've always felt that she was in love with that person who died in Return of the Jedi.
I don't think she's not in love with him. That's not no. So I don't think she's not in love with her. I think this was actually, that's what I'm saying. Like her character's really in depth. I think it's sometimes where you have a disagreement with people because like the people that he's inviting, he also doesn't know. It's not like somebody above the show reviewed these slides with you 3 times and said, this is the order we're going to talk about these slides. He doesn't get to see the slides ahead of time. So like he's inviting people that he's like, listen, I think I'm helping my wife out because I'm getting what's the Viceroy guy, the blue guy with the horns, right?
Right.
He's bringing all these people that are close to the Empire to a party with him.
No,
and she,
it's the girl.
No. I think she hates this guy. She hates this guy. She wants this guy dead. They was an arranged marriage when they were 16. We know that. Like she didn't want this guy. She might be in love with a Bothan, but that doesn't mean she's like that doesn't mean that she was with.
But they don't even have the same surname, right?
Yeah, they don't have the same surname. I think
he's not a Mothra.
No, his last name is Farron. Hang on.
Yeah,
I'll look it up real quick.
He's right. I didn't take that as, I just thought it as a difference of a thing. You know?
Can I give you a nice little observation?
Oh, please do.
On the thing, you see the all white, the white robes he's wearing, the white she's wearing. Doesn't it give you a kind of a High Republic type of?
Absolutely not.
The outfits.
Blue.
No, I'm just saying, but the white inside that the white stuff that kind of the High Republic with the they wore white.
She's wearing a vest, a neck vest, a turtleneck.
I know. I'm just saying, but they're all white. The whole house is white.
His name is Perrin.
Thank you. Wow. Ninja Turtle cool guy.
1999. Thank you very much.
Wow.
What are the chances we see a live action adaptation of the story of George R. Biggs?
Oh, we got next week's show.
Father of Jar Jar. 20 plus. Can y'all do a 3-hour discussion? No, we blocked over because I had the slide thing. Sometimes in the future, we could. We probably actually could do that.
3 hours? No, that might be stretching it.
3 hours.
3-hour discussion on it sometimes in the future. Great show. Thank you. Thanks for calling. We appreciate you calling too, TMT. Thank you also for the 1999.
Thank you.
I actually hate his half-ass top knot too.
A little fake.
I'm trying to figure out if I could do it with my hair. I think I
man bun.
if you noticed, your question with the white things. If you notice, the higher levels of Coruscant it went, the cleaner and the more white you actually saw.
Okay.
You got more white scenes. You got more. The buildings were whiter. Everything was. It's supposed to represent purity and money. But and that's what the gold.
His name is Perrin Firtha.
Hmm?
He's not a Motha. Yeah. So
it's good. Right.
He's gonna. I hope he does die.
I hope he does die too.
I don't think he's gonna die. I think she's gonna set him up for jail. He's gonna go to prison. There's gonna be a time where they're coming after him on Mothma, and she's gonna set up her husband.
But but they put a wanted poster out on her, so eventually, you think this early because it's not till later that you go after her. Okay, very good, very good, very good, cool. Okay, so now the part that we reviewed 3 times. Let's go back and look at some of those artifacts because artifacts are always fun, and so are Easter eggs. Dom, this armor looks very familiar. What is it?
Mandalorian.
Hey, look at that Mandalorian armor. That's pretty sweet.
I mean,
like Iron Man.
He has Mandalorian armor. Think about this: that Mandalorian armor is very scarce, and the Mandalorians take it very personal about their armor. He's got it at his shop. That's interesting.
My kid says, "Hey, Dad, can I ask you a question?" And then tells me a statement.
Okay.
That's what Dom just did there. What question were you asking? What question were you asking?
Marco asked a question. I think it's bad when people answer it. So,
no. I said yes or no. I didn't give a full dissertation. I get it. Yeah, I mean, he's got a lot of stuff you probably shouldn't have in here. There's a horn that's a callback to, and so is the helmet. Those are both Wookiee. The little sword scabbard kind of actually.
The helmets from the Wookiees. Is the Wookiee soldiers from
the horn and the helmet. Yeah,
it looks like a little head. Oh, it's a different picture.
The little thing in the background though, that kind of looked like. Remember when Prince Lore? Who was the prince from the Akbar race? That
I thought you were talking about. Prince.
I know you're talking
about. Getting excited.
That looked like the little thing that he was carrying around for a little bit. Actually, I didn't even get it because I couldn't get a good one. But over to the right here, there looked like there was like a Sith incense burner. And then we got this one in gold, which is, everybody knows that's a little tiki thing from the Rebels. So they're interacting with a lot of stuff that was really
the Ryloth?
Kalikori?
Yeah. I figured
Kalikori.
Yeah, Kalikori, that's what's called.
A heritage.
Whatever, the little tiki thing. What?
Tiki.
Are those
nothing like a tiki thing.
On the right? Because they look like fancy probe droids.
They do, but they're actually anal probe droids.
Jellyfish.
Yep.
Hey, go back one slide for me.
Go ahead.
The things in the background, on both pictures.
Okay.
That I'm gonna have to look into it, but the one previously.
Okay. This one, these 3.
Yeah, the 3 things in the background, they kind of look like the headdresses that Padme wore.
Very interesting.
I'm gonna have to look at those.
See this one right here, though? Let me go back here real quickly. This is one that I was trying to get a better, but every time I try to do you see the one that's in between the sister from Andor and
the sister?
Sister from Andor.
Okay, but that
the assistant.
Which wouldn't sit in here because it didn't look like there's any other Sith artifacts in here, but that did look like the Sith incense burner. So originally I thought that this would be what you guys are saying, but the more I looked at it, like it has leggings that are, and JJ and Wasey here, you guys probably remember the game better than I do, but didn't what's his name armor? All the Sith armor had a cape on it, right? And wasn't the whole point of having the helmet was to enclose like it was like a breathing oxygen thing? Am I wrong with that? For when Malik had the vision of himself,
I don't know if it had a cape.
Well, it had something flowing down.
It had like a kilt type thing going on. Like
right. Skirt.
But I don't remember the breathing. Probably, but I don't remember the breathing apparatus thing.
It wasn't armored legs. I don't think.
It did have
then,
tubing thing kind of on it. So you're probably right.
And I don't remember the spikes on the helmet either.
No. Are those on the helmet or are those behind it?
Those are on the helmet.
Yeah, I don't remember that on the helmet.
This is outside. This is outside the thing, and then they go in the back room, and there's another one.
Oh, it's still there. Yeah.
But let me ask you a question now.
That's
Is there
one.
other armor that has that
hold on,
spikes on it?
And then And then if you look at the back real quickly, it's almost tailored towards like
It's
you see what I'm saying? Like if it was to keep the tubes in there and the breathing apparatus, it looks like it's open almost
no.
Back.
It's Japanese.
Yeah, it looks like the samurai stuff. It does
bought
look
it in Japan.
like a hot toy.
Maybe it's samurai Darth Bane armor.
Yeah, like I mean, it looks like a hot toy. But whatever. I mean, maybe it isn't. Maybe it is. I can't wait though. I can't wait till they come out with like the book or whatever, like the encyclopedia thing on this, because there's a lot of cool stuff. I bet you.
It's like the Aztec Atlantean stuff that we're getting in Black Panther 2.
Yeah, I know, Ruben. I did see your thing too, and was excited about it too because I did think it did have that. But then when I looked at it, I was like, wait a minute, I don't think he had the spikes on there. When I saw both, and then I started picking it apart too much. This is the part we were talking about here. There's a triangle to the right and a box to the left. They look like huge ass holocrons, though. Like
Huge.
I know I blew it up a little bit, but they still look fucking big for holocrons.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. I don't know if it's a holocron because at this time, anything Jedi related was confiscated. Like,
Or at least they were taking it, but it is in his back room. So
yeah, but the archivist like went down, right? Having
Yeah, but the
anything
archivist
Jedi-
was, like, trying
everything
to
else
sell
in that
stuff
building,
over the street and somebody ratted her out.
related.
hold on, go ahead. Sorry, Wayseeker. What?
I'm just saying everything else that people had in that room was not Jedi related. So it's hard for me to imagine that he has one thing Jedi related out in the open, even if it's in the back room, because anything the Sith were, I mean, everything the Empire was going after was everything they could get with Jedis to take it out. So I don't think that's a holocaust.
I agree with you on both statements, but wasn't it that she got ratted out and that's how they knew to go and look and find for that stuff? They actually weren't breaking down her, like she was selling stuff all the time, all types of artifacts all the time until they, see, it looks kind of like a bigger version of what Dom has. Yeah. That's why I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'd like to see the background history of this. I think we just need to get the back of the books. It'd be cool. JJ, what do you think? Do you think they are or aren't? I know Dom thinks they are.
I kind of agree. It's a bit of a stretch in my opinion, but
go ahead. What do you think, Rube?
No, I don't think so.
Pete, do you even see it? Or are you adding new names?
The blurry holocrons?
Yeah, you're adding new names. All right, cool.
I was adding Harry
Here's a
Floyd.
question.
Welcome.
Go ahead.
Do you actually think any of his artifacts are fake?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it could be, yeah.
That's why I think they're fake holocrons.
So
Yeah,
this
I mean,
might
but
actually
that's
be
what-
Dr.
what's-
Afra's
hey, what's
endgame.
going on, Terry? That's what I'm saying though about like how you could funnel money very simply through this. Like that was the whole part that I didn't understand. Just like you could funnel money through here, you can launder money.
Good, and I think that's what they're doing. I think it's just.
Also, one more point of interest before we got a little bit too far. This conversation right here, she said there's somebody new coming into this, right? But wouldn't
she wants to bring somebody in.
But wouldn't Bale already be in it at this point?
Could it be Leia?
No, Leia, because Leia in canon doesn't come until later. We already know
Just
that.
because Bale's in it doesn't mean that Bale's in it in the same group that she's in it.
Yeah.
You don't think because they already split up the Senate that I thought? Okay, all right.
Yeah, I thought they had like a meeting. That was a
I
deleted scene.
Well, I thought after that it was inferred that, but you what information?
Wouldn't Leia be 15 at this time, if just in case?
Dom, we do. I agree, but we know that they've already made it canon that it's not till later till she actually starts joining, like doing the rebellion stuff.
Right.
Well,
Right.
retconning things, but I'm just saying, you never know.
What if she's trying to connect Saw Gerrera with the?
Maybe.
I mean,
No, I don't-
it would make sense
No.
in some sense, like why they don't like each other so much. Is maybe they were allies at one point and then they fell out. I don't know.
I got it. This is actually Leia right here, right in the middle between those two. That could be Leia too.
Exactly.
No, that's Dr. Afra. That's why you have all these artifacts laying around.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Wait, I thought that was Andor's sister. So that means
chicken
Andor is Luke's brother.
Andor's sister is Afra.
Well, listen, I
Got
don't think it'd be Saw Gerrera because at the same time,
There you go.
when she was getting
You got
Rebels,
it all
she
now.
was wasn't she with the part of Rebels saying that Saw Gerrera was already a terrorist, that his techniques weren't at the same time as Rebels was going on.
right now.
It's 5 years before. This is 5 years before New Hope. Hope.
But when we see Saw in Rebels, it's like a couple years after. Saw's not in season 1.
Yeah, it's not till
Yeah.
later.
Maybe it's Hera.
I was thinking because okay, dang it, JJ. I was thinking because they showed the Tiki.
We
It might
also
be a foreshadowing for Hera. JJ
we also
nailed
heard
her out.
Ryloth in the background. right? Ryloth was mentioned in this episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ryloth
somebody
was
did mention Ryloth.
It's a double Ryloth
Is he
invasion.
the father?
Where is he at this point? I don't know where he is.
He
No,
would just be on Ryloth. No.
yeah, it would be cool.
Her mom would be dead, right?
Oh wait, Hera was
prisoner.
early.
Is she a prisoner?
But Hera was running stuff for this at the time. Remember, because that's where she met Kanan.
Canon, yeah. She was part of the rebellion or whatever before she even met him.
It'd be before Rebels, the TV show, but you could still get Hera in there. All right.
On a side note, I did enjoy Andor in the DC Super Pets as the crazy little squirrel or whatever the heck he was.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we're never getting through today. So
No, we're the tier list. It's got to get bumped.
So as we all predicted, it did not go well, and as the show predicted, it did not go well. But we didn't. INS came down, or what is it? What's the
Intelligence Bureau.
Intelligence Bureau? Yeah,
ISB is it like Intelligence Services Bureau or something?
Yeah, Intelligence Service Bureau. Okay, and they actually weren't like little guy got put kind of a little bit into his place.
It was funny. I wasn't even part of this. Why am I involved?
Yeah,
that
not even here.
I wasn't even here.
Oh, great. So little scrawny dude that's trying to prove a point ends up going to Coruscant too, and we get some great pictures of Coruscant. Man, they really did great. He flies in. He goes sees mom, and what happens with mom?
Smack.
That's right. And then she
And
starts
hugs him.
And then she's yelling at her neighbors. What are you looking at?
What are you looking out of you?
Or look at you smacked your son, and he's an idiot, and he's back home. So that sucked.
She's dead.
He's got to be important, right?
He's Kyle MacLachlan.
Well, what's her name? I think what's her name is going to come find him in the house eventually. The
He's
IS
gonna find him in the house.
I mean, I think she's got to be somewhere in the Imperials or has ties to him because I don't know. I think she's.
Oh, how he got a job? No, she's really
Yeah.
low. I was looking at the numbers that they added into.
Yeah,
the
no,
house.
this is like a low level. Like they're down.
Yeah, it looked like it was level 3,880.52, something like that. So I don't know if like she thought that was them getting up and she like sacrificed something for him. I see what you're saying, Wayseeker. Somehow got him to some security job that she thought was going to get him out of this low of a level. But
You
yeah.
slapped the shit out of him. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
not happy about him. But sometimes parents just don't like their kids being grown-ups and losing their jobs and moving back in with them. I mean, everything happens sometimes, but shit, man. My kids aren't even that old, and I'm already trying to kick them out the house. They come back again.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't join the rebellion though. I mean, the guy.
Oh, I don't think he is.
A blaster, like the guy, he would die in a second.
It didn't in the previews we see him with an Imperial outfit on though, or am I imagining that?
I think you're
Yeah,
matching. Go ahead.
I have a feeling it'd be more Imperial, but just because of what the like the DiGiorno actor and stuff kind of hinted at too.
I think DiGiorno. JJ, do you agree? You think DiGiorno is going to come find him?
Could be.
Yeah, he has the information. He has his name's
He
on.
knows who Andor is. He has the information.
Yeah,
that's true.
We also get to see the inside of the ISB. Very white. Oh, look at all the whiteness here. Does that remind anybody of High Republic?
No, it kind of reminds me of.
I'm talking about the robes that they were wearing in the friggin' Mon Mothma. You're always mocking me.
It's all right, dude. I'm gonna get mocked too because I thought this guy was like a knockoff bootleg Tarkin, and everybody got me how with that.
Slim
like,
Pickens. Wow. What the hell the name of that movie with the Kubrick? Peter Sellers. You know, they're in the Pentagon or whatever, in the round table. Shit.
He's gonna go off and chase Andor. I think we can go with her.
I can't think of what it is.
I think she's gonna go with Deidre and go chase him. Yeah, 100%. That's what I think is gonna happen with him. So she's trying to figure it all out. She's like, wait a minute, they found the device. Did anybody catch too? She said it was stolen, but she also said something weird like
there you go, Dr. Strangelove. Thank you, Joe.
She said something weird like she didn't say we recovered it, right? The little device.
What, the little box?
Yeah, she didn't say we recovered it, which is weird. She said something
No,
else.
I think it said that it was on like the list of things recovered.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, yeah. Well, she didn't recover because it's not her
She
sector.
didn't.
Oh, that's why. Okay, yeah. So then she's like, well, I think
That
there's a
dude's
weird
place.
thing. She's like, look, I see a pattern. It's cool. That's why I think she's gonna go find that dude.
What do you think about the tree in the background?
The bonsai tree?
Yeah, the Daniel-san. It's Miyagi-Do karate.
So then she goes in to tell the other guy, who's actually not her superior, but higher up than she is. Like, hey, yo, I kind of want this stuff, but because she sent her assistant, she sent the guy that looks like Tarkin over there to try to like request that she's the one who's in charge of this little group thing. He obviously says no because he thinks she's too ambitious. This guy's like, listen, you're here because you're a woman and we have no women. You're supposed to be quiet. And she goes, that's not why I'm here. And he goes, why am I here? And he goes, because that's my dad. And she goes, I'm here because of my dad. And then what we say after that is, did anybody, by the way, catch this in the background? And we
went over that earlier, fresh news. And we might hit it up again in a little bit.
And what this is it looks like, Bandai, whatever. But as we were saying, he also felt that it felt like one of the trees that the Jedi trees, a small version of that, which I thought was kind of cool. Either way, it's messed up that there's a bonsai tree in the back.
Only 2
seeds. You can have it out of it. You can always add a third.
Really? Of all the Japanese culture stuff in Star Wars, that's weird to have a bonsai tree in the background.
No, I just noticed it, and I was like, wow, man, there's a bonsai tree in the background, and they're growing on a thing. It obviously links back into...
She's got a Zen garden in her office, too.
Yeah. It also links back to, like, the armor troopers that everybody thought was Sith armor, but also has got a very Japanese vibe in, too. But Wayseeker, what were you saying about this?
No, I think this is the tree from the temple, the Jedi. It's like a reminiscence of.
There was 2. One of them, Poe Dameron's parents.
Yeah. We know there were at least 2, right?
Okay.
There could be more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It could be.
I mean, they found them together
like in
that
Lord of the Rings. There's only the 2 trees.
But they were surprised there was even 2 in that, right? In that comic.
The Chief
Luke
Gondor
comes in, he's like, I didn't never imagine there'd be 2 of these things. And so they give
I guess
one.
There could be more. They had one on Numenor, then they do have one on Gondor that dies. They got one down with the dwarfs got one too. So I guess
we're on Coruscant here, and we know the tree does get destroyed.
Dub's got a very good point. It's also
I just thought it was a bonsai tree.
It's also the only living thing in a completely white oven. All right, Ruben.
Yeah, they're like, do we go with Japanese peace lily or do we go with a bonsai tree for the office?
Ruben, I guess we never knew what you thought of the first 3 episodes, but you can give us a little overview of your opinion on that. And what did you think of the 4th episode? Do you like this new arc?
I still have my peace lily. I was giving it as a joke like Father's Day 3 years ago. It's still alive. I didn't kill it.
Never getting through this. We're never getting through it.
No, we're not.
Ruben, once again, we missed you on the first 3. You can get permission, but also
there was one thing that I picked up on the trailer, and I'll make this brief as possible because I know you guys are.
No, it's all right.
This is your time.
Do you remember?
Go ahead, as long as you want. Go.
Do you guys remember the Rogue One, the first trailer where they had Jyn Erso? She was dressed up on the armor. We all thought she was going to be a spy, and she was going to go, like she was going to be a double agent kind of. When I got the first 3 episodes, I thought great arc. We got a kind of a story, but then at the end, I'm sitting there going, okay, they took that concept and now they're giving it to him. Because they didn't use that in Rogue One. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the trailers, he wears an Imperial outfit.
That part's coming up. Yeah, he's
going to become a spy, and that was something that they used in the very first trailer of Rogue One. And I was just like, okay,
when
I can kind of see where they're going. Yeah, and that was the only thing that caught me off guard. But I liked.
Okay.
Shit, Ruben froze.
Ruben froze.
But they did use her. She did disguise herself as an Imperial at one point in the movie.
No, she did, but I think I would hear say it made it look like it would be a much larger part.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You there? Oh, there you go.
Right, yeah.
You froze for a second.
Yeah, I know.
Go ahead.
No, I really liked the first 3. The story building. A lot of people, and I heard you guys saying it too, was a slow burn, but. If you ever heard George talk, he was always, it's not about laser swords and blasters. It's about family. It's about story. And that was something I really, really liked about the first 3.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Nope. I'm enjoying it and love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and you, in this,
fresh.
Good. Dom, did you have anything else besides I'm enjoying and loving it? What did you think about this arc? Is it better for you now than the slow burn? Was it faster?
Well, I like this episode. I like how they you know how they doing the twists and turns. They having like who's with the rebellion, the building of the rebellion. Mon Mothma is trying to infiltrate certain things, and they're trying to build the the council is trying to get the overall arc how the rebellion was built, and I like the way it's going.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Ryan says there's still stuff we haven't seen from the. Do you think some of the trailer stuff is just cut, like just fake scenes too? Maybe. Well, I don't know.
I think we're just going to get it later.
Sometimes maybe, but I think the coming up you're going to see.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think this thing was done so far in advance that they.
Yeah. Well, they don't do all the episodes. They do, like, they try to get a few episodes in, and then.
Well, I think it's references to the last two shows. The last two shows, almost all the stuff that were in the trailers came out in the first three.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 6 episodes for that too.
I also got to put this out there. We got to run the giveaway soon because it's too perfect that we have 42 entries right now.
Well, let's do it.
Okay, but there's only 34 people, and they have to be live to win, right? Or no?
No, I put the members in as well. Like,
okay,
there's only a couple of members who aren't here.
I think we'll see Shaw next. Okay, so we'll finish it off. Let's Pete add it real quickly, then I'll go through JJ Wasey.
Well, I mean, yeah, if they're not here, we can move on. But that's I put everybody who commented, so I don't know who's here, who's still here, who's not. But
yeah,
do we got 2 minutes?
Commented or is a member?
Round up off Pete. Yeah, let's just finish it. Okay, Wasey, what do you got for me?
Yeah, finish this off.
This was probably my favorite episode of Star Wars television I think I've ever seen. I think it was paced perfectly. We got a lot of interesting tie-ins to the larger universe in ways that didn't distract the story, which was, I think, a refreshing part for me.
Yeah,
and
43.
I mean, I'm in for the next, this arc. This arc's great for so far. So how they kicked it off. So I loved it.
JJ, what you got?
I'm the same. I thought it was really good. It introduces things in a way for this arc that I think is going to make it more interesting than the last arc. Plus, less flashbacks. Always positive. But yeah, I don't know. Like I totally agree with what Wasier's point is too. Is like it brought you into the universe without using like fan service and stuff like that. Where you're like, oh, I recognize that character and stuff like that. Like, so I think it did a great job of that. So.
Pete.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm really, really enjoying this show. Looking forward to it every week. It's exactly what I wanted so far.
The only part, the Mountain Rebels stuff, I wish they would have shortened that a little bit. I actually felt that was like a slow, still no, like
yeah.
burn.
Gotta get more of it though.
But with that, I literally think that's the most nitpicky thing anybody can say about this. I mean, like, it's good. Like, I'm looking forward to next week, which is what I haven't been able to say that in a long time for Star Wars shows. Like, I mean, I know even if you try to be positive about some of the Star Wars show, like overly like fake positive, I don't know if I've ever said like even with Book of Fett when I was liking the beginning part, saying giving it a chance. I don't think I really was like wanting to watch the next episode. You know what I mean? I was kind of more hoping it was going to be better, but with this, it's like I don't have to hope it's better. It's already good, man. Like what the hell, right? I don't know. All right, now we got 42 plus 1.
You think we're going to get the dinner? Are we going to get the dinner scene next one, or are they just going to skip that?
No, I think we're 100% going to get the dinner one. She was so upset about it. But so we got who's going to show up at the dinner, and we'll add.
We'll probably get it because the heist is in 3 days, so we're really probably only going to get these 3 days in this little chunk. That's my guess. Like this far, covering the 3 days.
I agree with that.
Do we get the heist tomorrow? Do we get the heist or next
No,
week?
I think we got one more before we get to the actual.
I think the heist is going to be the end of the arc episode.
You don't think you don't think the
I mean, it might not be, but that's just my opinion.
Do you think the heist is going to go well, like it's supposed to?
Of course not.
No. Star Wars.
You don't think that
hell no.
You don't think that that they're going to do the heist and it's going to be like almost cliffhangerish, like crap, it went wrong, and then the third part of the arc is going to be like this is the outcome of how the heist went wrong, or whatever they're going to do for the heist.
It'd be a weird thing to intercut that with a dinner scene.
Dinner scene.
House.
Okay, you don't think that?
You know what I mean? Like it'd be weird.
Well, because I think there's going to be tension there, so I think there's going to be tension with getting like the. Okay, fair enough.
I think
I guess if we want to play that up, like maybe the beginnings of it. Like I guess that's with the tension. You said you're playing with the tension of the conversation, played with the tension of can they get this thing loaded and out the thing before the 4 minutes, wherever the hell their time frame was.
I think we're going to get the kindling of a relationship between Vel and Andor, contrasted with this relationship of two people that just hate each other that are married to one another.
Fair. I mean that's something to do. All right, Dom, you got the holocron with you.
So
How many
is Palp's
people are
going to show up to
dying?
dinner then, like unexpectedly? Hey,
How many people are dying during the heist?
How many people died in the heist? All right, hold on a second. Let's see. I know we gotta get going. This thing I want to turn on. All right, it's on.
All right, how many people are dying during the heist?
well, there's what? Were there 7?
I
total?
actually think,
Seven,
as of right
seven.
now, the members that we see,
Mhm.
3 of them going down.
Ooh, and not the kid, huh? All right.
3 of them going down. Not
All
just the
right,
kid.
Magnificent
And then
Seven.
who are we going to see next episode that we haven't seen yet? Give me another one.
I actually think, next episode, the
Yeah.
dinner. I
Or
think we
anywhere.
might get.
So we're getting the dinner next episode. Okay.
We're going to get the dinner next episode. I actually think we're going to get a surprise visit from Talking. At the dinner.
I don't agree with that one. I don't agree with that one.
Happening, but like when they were naming the people that could be coming over, Kendrick or Tarkin could show up. All right,
I don't agree with that one.
Ruben, who do you think? Ruben,
What do you think?
Get your Sith holocron and tell us.
I think what's her name? The one that they obviously they mentioned, Sly, the bald-headed chick from Revenge of the Sith. But I'm also because they didn't mention the blue guy with the horns, right?
Moss or whatever his name is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they might be
Visor.
Well, did they say they're coming from the what's his name's office, and he was that. So
The Visor, yeah.
visor, he was the visor. So
Wouldn't it be kind of crazy if Palpatine showed up?
That's where I was going with it. That's exactly where I was going with it. Because if those two are going to be there, I don't know something about it.
Please don't have Palp show up.
I think
would be
Talking
weird.
to represent because you're not gonna get Vader. Imagine Vader shows up. Hey, Vader's here.
No.
Vader's
That
not
would
gonna
be
show up.
just as weird as Palpatine showing up at our house. Hey, we're just rolling into your house for dinner. Don't mind my weird looking head.
Hey, Jar Jar, because
Mace
remember
Windu fucked
he was
me up.
part of the Senate later on.
Well, the Senate's
I
done.
mean, if you're gonna get a train wreck, like that's idea, just give me Thrawn at a political dinner where he has no idea how to do politics, and like that's what I would want to see if we're gonna go full train wreck.
No, we're not going full train wreck, guy.
I know.
We're gonna have a Wookiee at dinner.
I see Palps in a holocron, like they're gonna be talking to him in
Then all of a
Be
sudden-
Sloan.
Oh, yeah, like a business meeting, they throw him onto the middle of the table, and then all.
Should have just had Steve Martin show up as the elephant guy. The elephant guy. Remember that? That's it.
Oh, I love it.
Vader, hey, it's not even full Vader in the background because he's so tall. It's just like this part of Vader and below in the back.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it. JJ joked about Sloan. I don't know. I kind of like that idea.
I don't know.
I don't think she'd be very high ranked at this point, though.
Well, listen, I think
She could be a hanger-on.
Talking is there. I don't know, mate. I have a feeling Talking showing up in the show one way or the other because it makes sense.
Well, the only reason I don't think it makes sense is because this is more of a political side and he's more on the war side. So I don't think him making it at the dinner, no. But I think maybe as they're fighting, yes. Not at the dinner.
Down the fence on that one.
Talking is Talking does political.
That should be Gideon.
Well, look,
Younger.
I know they're showing characters that they never showed before, and they're, the fan service. They already said the fan service might not be there, but I think there's one big because they did mention there's a character that the fans are going to be a little upset about that are showing.
They said that for the first 4 episodes. That was the rumor. The rumor guy said it was in the first 4 episodes.
They said it is actually the rumor was.
Well, it was the armor then. It was probably the armor.
And so the only person that could be that they were referring is Sly Moore. That's the big
actually the
reveal.
armor. I think it was the armor because people don't. That could have been what they put in there.
The character is showing up.
I know. What?
The armor is not a character.
I know it's not a character, but you know how they represent things. Who knows? I don't know.
Admiral Akbar. Let's just get over it. Akbar is coming to
just
dinner.
trying to get
He's
clicks.
gonna get pissed off because they're having seafood. He's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
I know it's a rumor. I know it didn't come true, but let's put on our non-rosy glasses on how good this is because we all think it is. Is there one character that we do actually have a problem with this, or have they all been portrayed pretty darn well?
On the show so far?
I mean, the one thing I have a problem with is like the men that are like attached to women they're idiots. Like Mon Mothma's boy toy is an idiot, and Bix's boy toy was an idiot. So like, I hope that trope doesn't keep going.
Yeah, but if you but you and Dom think that Andor and they were banging, so like
They were.
I do. At
They
one point,
were.
not anymore.
Man, what are you talking about? And what
They're
about
not together anymore.
That's strong, dude. I mean, they got some strong dudes in there.
I don't think the one dude, the Bix's dude, was an idiot. I think he was just jealous. Like,
No,
Yeah, I think
that dude. Like,
A-hole.
have a conversation with Bix if you're worried about it. Don't
Listen
go
to me.
police.
When he was
why have a
watching
conversation with her when he could like, I'm just gonna rat this dude's
Bix
wanted for
talk
murder.
to Andor.
I'm just gonna let him know where he is.
He was listening to Biz Markie. He's just a friend. Say he's just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need.
Cool guy. I love this cat, dude. Hopefully, we Bosk and a spinoff series starts like, and he always
That is awesome.
30-episode series, and it wins a bunch of awards. Greatest show. Agreed.
Agreed.
Trandoshan.
Only if Dr. Afra shows up.
Only TMT and Marco would watch that show, and Marco would definitely think
I
it's
don't know.
the
I
best
probably
thing
watch
ever.
the shit out of
Hey,
that
listen,
show.
I want more Bosk. I wish
I
more
do, but
Bosk
I don't
would show
watch
up.
13 episodes of nobody talking to the boss.
Well, listen, I wish
Absolutely.
Bosk would show up.
No, he's talking in Dosh, so absolutely. You guys would love it. The content creator could just be translating it the whole time. It was great. All right. Yeah, tell your mom to turn up the heat.
Have a Guido spin-off show.
All right.
I do miss the nonsense alien language because I do knowing nonsense words now for no reason other than uta tuta solo. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Listen,
it's
what
just
about
kind of
that
fun to
alien?
know things.
The
Was that-
episode when Andor
mean
was on
nothing.
the planet when he was walking and the creature behind him with the smiley face and jumped like a lizard creature. And he looked like the Joker in the background.
What are you talking about?
There was a character in one of the scenes in one of the episodes. I think episode 3, when he was on the industrial planet walking. There was a creature that was walking behind him that jumped off the top of the like as he was walking, and people were talking about it. It's in the background. You'll see it. He's got a smiley face. He has a hat on, and there's some kind of a creature in the background.
Maybe it was just a promotional insert for that horror movie Smile.
Smile, maybe it could have been look like that, but then somebody actually came up with, God forbid somebody they put somebody in there, and there's actually somebody in the background that's actually really sick, and the people are saying the guy was hideous and scary in the back. And thank you, BK. And my voice is hideous.
All right.
Giveaway time?
Giveaway time.
Let's go.
All right. Oh, hold on. Creed.
Oh, good
Got
Lord.
here
I'm
just
stuck
in
in there.
time. We're at 44.
Clock is done now. That's it.
All right, guys. Here we go. Like I said, everybody who made a comment tonight is here listed, and then I added the members right in this area here. Even though Tommy mentioned early on, we did have Tommy make a comment early, but yeah. So up until Creed, we have everybody in here.
All right.
I'm gonna shuffle it a bunch of times.
Shuffle. Hey, hold on.
Full screen.
Shuffle it 42 times. No, just a second.
I feel like I might have, but this is for Star Wars 42.
Ready? Star Wars.
Oh, what is this? How did you figure this out?
I figure it out.
I don't know. This layout. We haven't done this layout
Pretty
before.
sweet, huh? All right.
It is. I kind of like it.
Wow.
All right.
All right. You want me to click it?
Yeah. Click it.
It's spinning.
Oh, my name wasn't on there.
And you got if yeah, I didn't put you on, Ruben. I thought about it. I'm like, you're here.
Nah, don't
That
worry
would-
about it.
People get pissed off.
Tommy.
Tommy.
Oh, that's
Tommy
a lot.
Longbuck.
That's a lot of shipping. That's an
You're shipping
expensive.
overseas.
Tommy
Tommy.
Longbuck. Hey,
Tommy, you
somebody-
should get this
Tommy
in
will
about
do this
a month.
Yeah, maybe as long as it makes it through customs. Tommy, congratulations. I hope this makes your Monday go well.
Yes.
Yes, congratulations.
That's awesome.
Thank you, JJ. JJ just did
Yeah.
that. I was actually
Thank you,
offered to
JJ.
buy that book from JJ, and JJ said, "Nope, I'm just going to
Nope.
give it away." So,
Awesome. Thank
oh
you.
man, that was really cool. Congratulations. Thank you, JJ,
Alright.
for that too. Really appreciate it. All right, we got one. Are we doing one last thing? We got
We
the
got
thing-
2 more things we need to get through, I think.
Okay,
Because JJ said if he's not opening the
We
box
can skip the
today,
tier list.
But we're skipping the tier list, so we can run through the comic stuff quickly.
Yeah, let's go to the comics. Let's talk about the truth of what's been happening with the Andor comics because people. All right, let's go.
Yeah,
Sweet.
Fresh.
Where is
Fresh
that?
wanted it.
Pete, do you have it?
I don't have it.
You don't have it?
I don't have it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna find it then.
It's in the chat, the files.
No,
Okay.
I didn't go into the files.
All right, I'll go into the files. JJ,
got
talk
it?
about the box real quickly while I go into the files.
All right, well, you go.
I can try.
All right, let's do the we'll do the boxing. We'll do the unboxing.
I was gonna switch to phone, but I can just open it this way probably.
JJ big.
Just talk about while I try to get this thing up. Where the heck is
Well, yeah, you don't have to open the box. You can just talk about the box.
We don't have
Show
to-
us.
Oh, okay. Well,
People know what it is.
so it's this is a game called Weiss Schwartz, which is German, but it actually is a Japanese trading card game. It's also printed in English, although this set is not printed in English. It's only in Japan because Disney doesn't give up the license for. They have their own English trading card games, but so you run about prices vary, probably like $60-$80 a box. There's
Japanese card game sold in Germany.
no German name for Japanese card game. Yeah.
The Germans make it. I
Yeah.
think.
No, it's made by a company called Bushy Road out of Japan.
No.
But,
Bushy Road?
yeah,
Weird.
Bushy Road. Yeah.
Are
So
people actually playing it in Japan?
yep, it's actually pretty popular in Japan. The trading card game, and it's kind of popular here too in the States. They do print sets in English, just not this set. But
It's like
it has some interesting art. It's a lot of original art. So when we open it, you probably will see stuff you haven't seen before. I'm not gonna say it's good original art necessarily, but a lot of original art.
Well, it's kind of like a
And there are
Magic the Gathering kind of like look thing.
there's 16 packs in a box.
Hey Pete, I'm gonna send it to you.
And you do have hits in there, so you have 1 to 2 hits in a box. Generally speaking, there's also case hits, so you can actually hit a what's called a special rare card, which would be about a 3 to 5 per case. In this case, I think there's a total of 3. So hopefully we hit one of those, and they could be worth up to like $400. So
Nice.
it depends. I think the Darth Vader special rare is the most expensive one. So.
Well, I hope it's better than that last box I opened when all I got was this sweet Han Solo sketch bounty card that I keep looking at all the time. Let's go, Pete. Did you get it?
I did, but just give me
I-
1 second
can't
to.
open it. Actually got my real name on it, so we won't be doing that.
What are you talking
What?
about?
Well, because when I roll over it, the county
Oh.
said it has my real name. So if I was to share my screen, it would.
Yeah. Well, you
Actually,
don't
I have
to share
a-
your screen. But I. All right. Well, good. It's not that long, so I might need to pop out on one slide though to go hit the head. But here we have.
Okay. Oh, the pumpers. Thank you to Jedi. Originally, this was titled something else, and then Jedi looked up a word for something that.
You hit up the thesaurus.
Yeah, he has the thesaurus. So we turned this into a Pumper's Purgatory or the truth about comics. And this is very interesting because we've been talking about a couple of weeks about what was going to happen. We've actually asked this question before Andor, like what is going to actually happen to the comics? Because there wasn't a lot of talk in the comic book industry or the resale markets, whatever you want to call it, before this show came out. It kind of
Aftermarket.
yeah, like we knew it was coming out. Hey, what's going on? Did you move yet? What's going? Anyways, but we knew it was coming out. People didn't, and yeah, Corbett, and so we were kind of taking a look back and saying like, hey, listen, we're pumping up Sith that are dead and everything else. Let's take a look and see what really happens in the Star Wars market. So go ahead, next slide. Is that right, Wayseeker?
Yeah. I mean, I think this one just didn't get much press, and we're seeing, I think, quite a few people kind of panicking right now because of what's happening. Yep.
So this is Rogue One in a 9.8. Go ahead, Wayseeker. You did these. You did great.
Yeah. So you know what? We just looked at prices and what they're selling for. And here you have, right? This is the A cover. And you're seeing here a sale that happened just right after the show started. And we've seen quite a few sales in this range, about $100 with, $12 shipping, which is really inexpensive for a 9.8 of a show that has, and a book that has lots of first appearances, and the show is currently on. And
I
so,
can honestly tell you this: it's a buyer's market now. If you really think about it, if you wanted to buy these books.
yeah,
Well, I think that was something we were kind of saying a year ago is like, let's wait till, like, let's not get, remember I think we did 4 months we did like 4 months of don't get FOMO, don't get FOMO, don't get FOMO. And Ruben was on the show too. We were saying, Ruben, please, Dom, please don't get FOMO. I'm telling you guys. And this show is actually, this is the weirdest thing because JJ does say it and he's right and people don't like to hear it. But like Marvel compared to Star Wars has never worked the same way, right?
We'll start echoing.
This is
There's an echo.
I know I hear it. I don't know why.
Echo.
I came back from the bathroom and there was an echo.
Okay. This is do you want me to?
Hello.
Is it still
You're muted. Marco's gone.
There you go.
Yeah. So one of the things that was interesting about it was that I forgot what I was going to say because I muted my mic and then gave it up there. Oh no, the difference between the Marvel and the Star Wars market. Everybody's always used the excuse, well, Star Wars collectors will pay for whatever. And we've always said, like, no, we've got most of this stuff. Like, this isn't us creating this false height in the market. And some of the stuff is just stupid, just flat out stupid. And I think we're seeing some of the kickback because this show, arguably, among Star Wars fans, I know you guys all have friends that are Star Wars fans. Has any of your Star Wars friends said, like, this is shit?
Yeah. No.
All of them rave about it. Have raved since the first episode came out. Okay, what is our next book?
But then what we're seeing here is that the people who think it's shit are the people who love all that fan service. Like that's what this, the people that are really out there because they want to see things pop and FOMO and all that stuff.
That's what they want.
The people that are saying, I'm done with Star Wars. I don't like the show, all that type of stuff.
I actually think the comic people who are trying to pump
it's not just creators too, but go ahead, Dom. Sorry.
Pump these books up are pissed off, and those are the ones that are trolling it because the fan service is not there for these books to get high. And that's why people.
But this one doesn't need fan service. This has the main characters.
That's
what
I'm trying to say.
But Dom, you brought up a good point last week. Some guy you were talking about, he said he's going to quit this, but his whole basis of content was building off of bullshit rumors. So yeah, I think the pumpers and the rumors, and now they're stuck with these things. Like, who's buying 9/8 of this book at this point?
Well, no. Well, here's the question: wouldn't you say there's more Darth Vader 3s than there are Rogue Ones?
Oh, 10
number
times.
Ones, right?
10 times.
Yeah.
But yet everybody's hoping we see Afra get a show, and they're speculating paying $400, $300 for that 9/8. But yet Andor has a show currently on. He's getting a second season. But yet his book's only $100.
But
hold on. I think there's a timeout. There's a difference.
Well, I'm just asking.
There's a difference between Rogue One and a conglomerate of people and a show coming out that fans want to see, and a fan like Andor is a favorite character, but he's not a cosplay favorite character.
See, that's where
cosplay favorite character.
I think we're a little bit off on the conversation. I don't think he's a favorite character. I think that's part of the problem.
Oh, really?
Nope. I mean, he may be after the show, but leading up to this show,
I'd also agree with this, but this book, it wasn't like the book spiked. Typically, you'll see the spike.
Yeah, this one never really got a good spike.
It never spiked.
I kind of think there's another reason why.
It trickled to $100. Slowly, just went, never spiked. So
I kind of think another reason too is that we all know Andor's fate in Rogue One.
Dom, that argument pisses me off because we all knew Obi-Wan's fate when we saw the prequel.
I know, but I'm just saying.
True.
But the fact is that, if you've noticed, the books, like characters that last longer, that are still out there, they're making now, like you don't know their fate, have more of a value.
Do you think it's the fate, or do you think it's the fact that this actual book does have like half a dozen different variants for it?
It does. No, it doesn't.
I think that take away from it. Like,
I think this book has a lot of things stacked.
One at 10, it has a movie poster one. It has a Walmart one. It had there are multiple variants for this book,
but they're all suffering, as we'll see. They're all suffering.
Okay, go to the next one. This is, and I see Benito saying it too, but this is a thing that I'll say to JJ and Benito. This character, people were, when they first heard that they were doing something on this character, people were excited and asked for the exact show that we're getting. So amongst the
I think you're again though. I think you say people. I think in your circle of fans, like big time Star Wars fans, yes.
Yes.
People as in like generality of like everybody that would collect comics and general public, no. But
in that defense, the people who were pushing these books and talking about how these books are prices when they was as high is Star Wars fans. The people in my circle love these books, and they'll pay any.
Are they Star Wars fans, or do they say they're Star Wars fans?
No, that's what
collect comics.
No. What I'm saying is the people that were saying these books will sell at all-time highs and buy them at these prices because they will sell to Star Wars fans. They aren't Star Wars fans, obviously, and that's what I'm saying. Like Star Wars fans did want to see this character, and they liked it. But the truth, most Star Wars.
You're back to the fact that Star Wars fans don't all collect comics,
right?
I think this is a. Well, let's go on, and we'll get more into a deeper discussion later about it. But I think this is more of a topic of how the comic world and the Star Wars world intersect between the two, not necessarily
Right. Okay.
I think you're right.
just with this variant.
I think you're right.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Seeker.
So here we got the Jen Erso action figure, 9.8. Right after the show starts, we see this one sell $56 with $15 shipping, $71. This one is this one's pretty much more rare because there's not that many of these action figures in the 9.8, and that was an auction, and that was a 56.
That's pretty good.
Oh damn!
Wow.
Yep, we
I
can
don't
keep
like
going.
them. That's just my personal feeling.
What?
I don't like the action figure covers. I'm
Yeah.
over them. Like there's
Yeah.
two.
We got another action figure cover
Angel.
I know.
coming up. The next one. Why don't we go to the next slide? You can get the Tates. This is the Krennic action figure, who's speculated to be in the show, so maybe that's why it went for a few dollars more, but still $68 and $9.25 shipping. So you're getting again about that $75 mark for a 9.8 of a show that's going on right now.
And if they're rumored to show up, I hear that. Yep.
Yeah, but that usually spikes things, right? Rumored of characters.
But see, here's the thing: he already showed up,
Yeah.
so does it matter?
I get that, but there's other times where like people have shown up and then they show up in TV shows and their figures show up. Comic
Well,
shows.
Yeah, we'll keep going, but
AJ, once again, these are all-time lows now for these. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, but we'll wait till we get to the end, and I'll explain more what I mean. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll just run through them.
Yep.
Just to kind of show. This is the 1 in 15 movie poster variant. This, we were seeing Raw sell for the price of this 150 at one point, not too long ago. 9.8. This was a best offer accepted. The person was asking 300 and took an offer of 150, which I think shows you like right now people are a little desperate to move some stuff, and so if they have a best offer out there, this one took half price at 150.
I think books on all fronts
shipping
are down. So I know the Star Wars stuff is down, and we actually people usually wait to see a character on screen for to react, and now we're seeing them on screen, and the books are still.
Whoever who was selling this, they want it out. Like taking the best offer of 50%, they want it out of this book.
Well, this is one of those odd ones. It's not the regular cover. It's not the highest ratio incentive. It's one of the ones in the middle. So for a book that's already not doing that much on its own, you're not getting really a bump by having the 1 in 15.
Yeah, so and we'll see that too with the 1 in 10, which is next. Yeah. This is the 1 in 10. Wow. This overall was in really good shape. It was a near mint minus. And it sold for $18 for the 1 in 10.
Wow.
$5.75 shipping. So again, these are common prices that I think are really fascinating for me as the show is coming out, right when the show is coming out.
Hey, let me ask you a question. So we all know there's going to be an Andor series 2, season 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then if K2SO is going to be in that, do you think the books will get a bump?
No.
With K2?
No.
No.
I think that's something I want to talk about after this too. But there's one more, and this is the most amazing one. This one happened. I was really upset with myself because I didn't put a pre-bid in This happened during the show last Sunday, and I was watching it. And after the show was over, I'm like, I want to see what this thing sold for. This is the Mayhew 40th anniversary variant. 9.8 sold for $5.50.
Plus shipping pretty much covered the grade.
Yep.
No, it doesn't even cover.
No, it doesn't cover the grade.
No.
It's pretty close.
They got a great deal in this book.
Yeah, that's a bargain.
That is a bargain.
For 9.8 Rogue One while the show is starting. Like, so it wasn't even on people's radars. Nobody was watching it. How does that happen?
Well, because I don't like I said, I think a lot of people went out there. Go ahead. I think a lot of people went out there and rated these books. And as we've been saying the last couple of weeks, a lot of people are out there telling you how things are going to be keys, and they're not. They're just not. JJ probably is going to talk about how most of these characters already showed up.
$24 to grade a modern book these days. Not fast track, just regular grading.
That's what I'm saying.
Doesn't count you mailing it to them. You have to pay for mailing.
Yeah, that's what I'm
for
saying.
them, and you have to pay for the return shipping.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's great.
This is not close to what it costs.
Right. JJ, go ahead. Tell us what you clarify what you were trying to say.
So, besides this book having numerous things going against it in general, which is a lot of variants, the characters have already shown up in the same universe. You think about when a book spikes, when a book really spikes and really goes up and really stays up, it's because, well, look at She-Hulk. She-Hulk is a known character, but she's not in the MCU. When she appeared in the MCU, that's when that book spikes. These characters have already appeared in the Star Wars universe. Every single character that's in this book we've seen, because it's an adaptation, which is another thing going against it, is that it's an adaptation. It's not an original comic. There's no original character in the book.
I agree with all that.
Adaptations, I don't think, ever do quite as well.
Here's the thing, JJ. Did these books spike before Rogue
I don't
One?
think that's the other thing. I don't think these books ever spiked. There was very little Andor talk. There was people trying to throw stupid crap into Andor that was never going to show up. Like, Callus or somebody like that is probably never going to show up. That was the thing. Look at the 1 in 10 for Callus. That's an example of what the speculators did in the Star Wars market.
Right.
So that book is crazy, stupid, expensive. But Callus is probably never going to show up in Andor or any other show for that matter.
But JJ, the 1 in 10 has never sold for, what was it, $18?
$18.
Yeah. So I mean,
I don't get the point you're trying to make with this though. It's a book that's not a good book.
I agree.
I don't think it was ever pumped that much, to be quite honest with you.
Well, if the book is selling for raw for what it now sells at a 9.8, at one point it had to get pumped up, and it was. There was tons of people talking about it.
It used to be a cheap, like less than $10 book. So
yeah,
apparently some of them are back down to that. But
go ahead, Pete. What were you saying?
Let me throw this at you. The Dodson, which is the highest ratio incentive, the 1 in 25,
interestingly not on there.
On the 28th of September, a 9.8 sold for about $700.
Yeah,
okay.
No, I saw that one too.
A raw copy sold the same day with one bid at auction for about $120.
Which is cheap for a
Do you know what a 9.4 sold today at auction?
What?
$46.
Wow.
Well, that's what nobody wants 9.4.
Granted, it's a 9.4.
But still,
$46.
$46 on a book that was $700.
That's something that's always amazed me is the fact that a 9.4 sells for less than a raw in like a lot of these modern books. But yeah,
a third of the raw price.
Also amazing.
JJ, the thing that I disagree with you at is like in any other show, if a character like Sly Moore gets mentioned, people go out and buy that book, right? Quinlan Voss gets mentioned, and Quinlan's a bigger character, but like that book just goes banana for like a while. Sly Moore gets mentioned,
but Sly Moore is not Quinlan Voss.
I get that. No, but you got two sales since Wednesday on Sly Moore. I get that it's not Quinlan Voss, but I would expect to see some movement on that book. Nobody cared. Nobody came out with videos saying like this is Sly Moore's first appearance. Nobody came out at all.
This show is great because it has the inability for speculators have an inability to make waves for the show. I think that's why nobody talked about it before it came out. Because a lot of the speculators you see in a comic market are not actual Star Wars fans, as in like they don't know the lore as well as like everyone in this chat and everyone on the show knows the lore as well. Like they can say they do, but they don't. So when you hear a name like Sly Moore, they don't know who that is and they don't even bother.
Yeah,
but yet they will say there's half a dozen first appearances in this Star Wars number 26. So,
which is what I'm trying to say. I think that, and one other point to this too. There's guys that are probably on this panel who bought that 1 in 10 and 1 in 25 at a 9.8 for more than what it sold for right now. So they bought into that hype of the FOMO, and that's all I'm saying is like these books, as you say, JJ.
We don't need that showing anymore.
If Star Wars, they were cheap at one point. They're going to go back down. There was no reason, as you said, because all these characters came back up. Like Dom just asked, do you think the book's going to spike because of K2SO? No, we've already seen the character. If
But
anybody
what's the truth though? Like, is the truth just that this is a crap book because it's an adaptation and it's got all these other things against it, or what?
The truth about it is that the Star Wars fans already had them, and when the show comes out, the Star Wars fans aren't going to want them, and they're not going to want them for as high of a price as you are, and the price is going to fall right the hell off of it.
I mean, that's the thing. That's not the market. Is when they're trying to sell to, like, people say that they're trying to sell to Star Wars fans is always been a dumb thing to say, because
that's
like everybody says, either Star Wars fans have the book, and most Star Wars fans don't care about comics.
Truth.
That's the truth.
JJ, you're telling you're asking what's the truth, and then
the truth is that
the truth is those books were never going to be there because.
But I don't see how this is an example of that. I think this is more of an example of just it's not a good book to sustain a price.
I
think a book that sustains the price. Wait, let me finish. I think the book that sustains the price, like an Afra first appearance or something like that, is fueled by comic collectors, not Star Wars collectors.
I disagree on that. I actually don't agree with that. I think that Afra, a little bit of the push of the Afra is from the fan base, and there are literally Star Wars.
I think it might be more of the speculators than the actual fans.
I don't know. There's fan pages out there for Star Wars collectors that do cover the comics now. They have.
Well, I'm not saying no Star Wars fans read the comics or cover the comics.
Well, I agree, but like on those big ones, like that is something that comes up is Dr. Afra, and you see cosplays of Dr. Afra.
Well, take the big ones out of it then. Take just missing Quinn LeVos. Use that as an example. It's the same way. I don't think it was pumped up by Star Wars fans rushing out and buying that comic and needing it. It's pumped up by speculators and other people in the comic market.
Let's just point out Revan.
Yeah, once again, but that's
another good one.
That's another one that's a falsehood. I mean, the falsehood of that Revan was sold on the basis that fans are the ones that are pushing up that book. The truth is, it's not. That's not it at all. That's the same thing with Rogue One. That's the same thing we're saying here. I agree that they're not great books,
but that book hasn't come back. Well, it's come down some, but it hasn't. It was. It hasn't dropped like this has.
It's come down a lot.
To me,
well, yeah, but it's not selling for $5.50 in a 9.8.
To me, what about Thrawn's first appearance?
I don't understand.
I mean, the fact of the matter is, all these books, all these Star Wars keys were worth a fraction of what they are worth now, because the comic market, not the Star Wars fans, but the comic market was what got into Star Wars comics, not the other way around.
And that's the truth. You're 100% hitting them all, JJ. Yeah. I love it.
I think it's partially that. But I do think the High Republic brought a lot of Star Wars fans into the comic market.
I agree on that too.
So, I mean, I think that's where the difference is, and I think that's where they want things to go. They want them to be more merged, and they're going to be working real hard on it. But what I do think, to me, this shows you is the speculators are getting out of Star Wars. And I don't think we're going to see that.
I think a lot of them are double down. They're doubling down on.
I think what you're seeing, though,
these are buying opportunities
with the books. I mean, like the speculators, they're like the ones that have pushed stuff, right? The ones that the content creators, they're getting out of it. The Star Wars content creators are not getting out of it. They're still like hardcore. We're into Star Wars. We love comics. They're pushing stuff. So we're seeing things like Star Wars 26 and After 24 get these big pumps because they're getting pumped by people who love Star Wars, right?
Nah, not exclusively.
And then other people are picking them up because of it. But it's all starting with the people that love Star Wars.
Let's look at it this way. Look up who got a app alert as the key of the week, and who that guy is. He's not a big Star Wars fan. He's a YouTube comic guy. So, I mean, in the app, I think the speculators are just shifting in the Star Wars market. They're looking at, you may be getting out of this book, but they're going to go into something like After 24 and say, "Oh, this is going to be huge. Look at this."
But the reason why they did the After 24, that's a fake thing. That's something that they've done for a while.
But it doesn't matter. That's what the speculators are moving into.
No. After 24, they went and bought the backstock off to create a false rarity of it. That's what they did with After 24. I mean,
but my point is, I don't think Rogue One #1 is an example of the market really at all. I think it's just the market of they're getting out of this book. I don't think they're getting out of the market for Star Wars.
I don't know. To me,
really quick. Do you actually think that some of the the comics are not as much as they are because the characters aren't as interesting as the characters that they like. They like they like the lightsabers. They like the force sensitive people. Like a lot of these characters.
Yeah. But I think it's characters you can sell.
Yeah,
Dom is what it is for them. I think it's characters you could sell. So yeah, it's got to be an interesting character. It's got to be a character that like Andor, like you said, you know where Andor's story goes. We've seen Andor before already in the movies. Therefore, is Andor a big character to them to push to get it out there? Not so much. He may not be as interesting. I don't know.
You're right. The people who are pumping, because it was going to be pumping whatever they were naming it, those people can't relate to it because they're not Star Wars fans. I agree with that, but to say that Andor wasn't a fan favorite, I think is a little.
I don't think so. I think there's an issue with the comic market for Star Wars fans. Is Star Wars fans love stories. They love good stories. That's why they love books. That's why we were drawn to movies. We want good stories. Yes. And the High Republic was a good story. The comic, we can talk about whether parts of those were good, parts were bad. But it was tying in and making a unique, full story. And that's why the High Republic people went into it. And that's why people like this Andor show. And the comics, overall, not always have been the greatest stories lately. But the ones that are good stories, those are the ones that people collect. People like the Kanan story, right? That was a unique story.
Because it was different.
It was a different story. And so the Star Wars fans, they like that Kanan story. Mm-hmm. The Thrawn story, like when you look at like the trade paperbacks that people buy, they like the good story.
Well, that's exactly what I was about to say. I think for Star Wars fans that like the stories, though, there's other avenues than to go in and my point is they're not buying a 9.8 if they like the story.
No.
Of a comic, they're going to go buy the trade, or they're going to. So yeah.
But with the High Republic too, I think that's the one that kind of brought. I think it was a perfect storm of people who needed content and going like, holy shit, we've never heard of Star Wars before. And if you looked at the boards, like the actual like celebration boards, if you looked at like the boards I would talk about, like just buying shit boards, there's Star Wars buying shit boards. Like they buy shit, right? Like, oh, hey, this is the newest pop to come out, or this is whatever. There was a lot of talk about the High Republic series in the comics.
Is that what they call them? Star Wars buying shit boards?
That's what I call them. You should see, if you think Dom and Ruben got a problem, you should go on the buying board.
Google Star Wars buying shit boards.
They start talking about like fucking socks, the newest socks that fucking come out, and like they got all of them, and this was better than this one, or this one's good.
The tote bag. Did you get the latest tote bag with the
bags? Yes, the fucking tote. Remember I did that fucking joke on the tote bag with the fucking book? I did that because I saw it on one of these buy shit boards where they're like, I just love that tote. It's the most beautiful thing I'm carrying on my fucking road. Like, what the fuck? Seriously? Like, are you fucking kidding me?
But I got the socks. I got the High Republic socks.
Like, and Pete, I know people too that were buying these fucking Star Wars books, and when you're like, hold and try to double down, but they're up to their fucking ears in this shit. And as Wayseeker says, that no matter what they're saying, they might be saying to everybody else, "Whoa, well, I'm buying because it's buying up to." They're also accepting bids for $52 for fucking books, dude, because they have to get rid of it because they can't get the stock in it anymore. And that's what's happening. And those are the same people. It's not. Star Wars comics for fucking horse shit is not an investment. If you want an investment, go get Obi-Wan. He showed up a bazillion times. That book's looking fucking good right now. Star Wars 1's looking fucking good right now. But like these books that they were saying were part of their investment part. Yeah, number 2 I know is Obi. 1's looking good too, though.
Do you think that the fans are also tired of the like TV? They make the comics of the TV show, the movies of the book, like the comic books of the movies and stuff like that.
Right. I think there's a subset of comic in Wayseeker. There's a subset. There always has been. Like, I know a lot of people don't love the novels and read the novels. There's a certain novel I buy because I know it's a different cover and I know it's a different poster in it, but I just buy them because I always have and I collect that version of it. I think it's the same way. There's tons of people that don't.
Which Justina Ireland novel are you talking about?
No, that's why I understand like both JJ's truth right now and Wayseeker's truth are the truth. Like they're saying the same thing. There's tons of different collectors in different ways, but the investment portion of it, it's not. That's the falsity about it. Like that ain't it. Go check the toys out if you really want to go crazy, like the original ones. Like there's all these subgroup categories, and a lot of times they haven't crossed over. And Wayseeker's right. High Republic start to cross some of these people into the comic market. And JJ's right. For the longest time, nobody gave a shit about any of these comics. And they're both right. They ain't those, even that they like them, they like to read them for the storylines. Like, if you look at the High Republic, say what you want, the storylines are pretty fucking good. And the one thing we like, and you saw it, and this was not planned because JJ was not in the pre-meeting, but when me and him were arguing about fucking Afra, that happens with Star Wars fans. Some of us like a certain type of storyline in it. The other one doesn't. And that's part of our fandom. Like, that's the truth about Star Wars comics. That's what makes it good. And by the way, me and JJ don't fucking pay asking price for any of that shit. And Wayseeker probably doesn't either. I've never paid, I don't pay more than $5-6 for a comic. You know what I mean? Never. So, like, I don't. That's
that's advice for any collectible, honestly. If you don't pay top market price and expect to come out ahead.
Yeah, if you're gonna pay that, it's because you just want it and you don't care.
If you really want something,
trying to get it back.
Yeah, if you really want something, and but don't think you're gonna like get in and get out and this, flip it for like 20 times if you're buying top market.
Buy all that shit because he wants to resell it. Dom just buys it because he wants it.
Yeah,
Ruben. I mean, if you're somebody who went out of the theater to watch those shit ass 3 movies,
I did.
Pay for some shit, but that's a rarity. That's one in a million. Like, you're not finding that every day. So.
Right. Look, if people want in their personal collections, for their personal collections, you can't think about the aftermarket. Right now, the aftermarket is actually kind of dead if you really think about it.
But
I don't think that's true. I just don't think the aftermarket is dead.
Well, I think
Star Wars on certain things.
Certain things down a little bit. The whole aftermarket's not dead.
Well, not the aftermarket. I'm talking about the older stuff. The older stuff, like the vintage stuff, that stuff there's always going to be a market for. The newer stuff, it's going to have its ups and downs.
Sure.
Like there's going to be a time, the year comes where everything spikes up.
Pizza bagels.
It's not going to be down. The era of the overspike is gone. Like, that was a once in a lifetime opportunity. It was a perfect storm.
I don't know if it's gone, but
the one good thing though that it did do, I will say this: there's more people educated in Star Wars comics now than there was before, and some of them, unfortunately, are more educated because they took it they took the loss, they took the L, they put the big L on their forehead.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
that's paid for their education.
But once again, the whole thing with Star Wars is FOMO. I mean, a lot of the figures. Ruben's got one of the best collections, but a lot of those Force figures, those things are 50 cents at best. You could buy whole tubs of those for $5. You know what I mean? I mean, you really could. You could buy whole tubs of those for the longest time for $5. And by the way, some of them, there'll be tubs, not every figure, because now people are more educated of the rare figures, but some of them, you'll be able to buy tubs soon enough for $10, inflation and shit. But of those figures, for a whole tub of them, that's just the facts. I mean, the whole time we've been telling you about FOMO and like, man, maybe we should wait a little bit. I'm not trying to shit on you guys. And I love everybody here and the people in chat, believe it or not. I was just saying, man, this is going to happen.
I was actually thinking about Dash Rendar earlier.
Huh?
I just saw TMT's comment about Dash Rendar. When we were talking about, I almost said Dash Rendar when we were like throwing out fake people that could show up for the rebellion thing.
Well, he's back in
please don't make that
canon now. So
please.
As long as you get the cool, like, Rob Liefeld cable vest he had going on.
Oh man!
All right, but that's what we got on that. Thank you, Wayseeker, for putting together. I like the slides. JJ, thank you for your input too. Like I said, I didn't think there was much. I mean, Ruben, I'd like to hear your opinion on it because I know that you do get a lot of. I mean, you've paid for unfortunately, I think you've overpaid for a couple of things, not everything. But what is your opinion on it?
On the actual what they were talking about
like everything, like how people were telling, because you were listening to people tell you that this is going to just keep going up, and you're pulling triggers on stuff and that probably isn't up there anymore, right? Or am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. When I was throughout my entire life, I've always been collecting Star Wars. That you can tell by my room. But I actually started really getting into comic books a few years ago. That's why I had a lot of backtracking and a lot of catching up to do. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was paying top dollar, because I got to I want all the first appearances and I wound up getting them. But then I got to, okay, I have one comic out of this series. Now I want the whole series. And because I'm a completionist. Yep. So
I hear
and when I talk to people online and they have an argument about something, I'm always like, well, in the comic, it's this. There's like, And everybody that I've actually had this argument was, why do I have to pay for a comic book? They should just tell me that in the story. I'm like, well, you have to look at all the media. Don't have the question if you don't just bother Googling the answer. And,
well, they say that shit about the novels too. So
yeah, they say that about the novels too. So yeah, I mean, when it comes to a lot of things, I do have a lot of FOMO. I mean, I look around this room and I love it. I mean, I'm sitting next to a Star Wars guitar right now. So,
and we're not knocking that, and we're not saying we because of how the market has been before, and we saw newer people coming into comics. And JJ's been a big proponent of this too. Don't get me wrong. Our difference of opinions really aren't when you listen to them. They're very similar to what we're saying. But like, I sometimes try to express like, hey, like JJ just gave away a 42.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you think that 42 cost them whatever the price is now? Because it's probably a couple $100. It didn't. And like, that's what I'm saying. Like, for guys that have seen the cycle of it go up and down and stuff like that, it wasn't. Are we going to see some of those like first Boba Fett's where it will actually be defined? And I think sometimes when we started the show, we were kind of telling people, hey, listen, people are talking about mini Legos and blah, 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 blah. And I mean, me and JJ will still argue because he'll say, well, I still love magazines, and that's fine. And I'll always say, well, comics is technically a first appearance in comics. And whatever, man, who gives a shit? But at the same point, neither one of us were trying to go out there and pay market for either one of those fucking books, dude. That's just the point of it. And we were trying to help everybody else out and say, hey, don't get the FOMO. So don't get the FOMO.
Well, this is like I said, it's kind of a good market now. If you really want to get some stuff to fill in your collection, your personal collection, you go look now. You might get really good deals because things are down.
Yeah, no, I agree. Buy stuff that you want for you.
Exactly.
Right now. But like these Andor books, they're probably going to go down further. So like, don't go out there and be like, oh, these are bargains. Because I don't want to say they're bargains because I don't know if they're going back up. Like,
yeah, I mean,
people have stock that they still are going to have to liquidate because they thought it was going to be something that it's not. And it might go lower. I mean, it's not going to go 550 for that 9.8. Like that one's phenomenal.
It's not going to go lower than that.
It's not going lower than that
I
one.
can't think about 5.8 for $425.
Hey,
that's lower than $5.
I usually buy anyone that's $20 and below. And usually it's because they picked it up in a collection. But could you imagine what the dude that had to sell that for $550 was about?
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
I can imagine that.
Okay, five. What hard time? Where's it at, Pete?
Well, one of those.
What type of hard times are you having?
We did talk about the fact that those stupid 40th anniversary variants always sell a little bit lower because people don't realize what they are sometimes.
Yeah,
the titles.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Like we said, for the longest time, Darth Maul 2 was that way. Like,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's just be like, oh, do I really want to pay a bunch of money for the Cantina band on a cover?
The friggin' Dan. You know what the friggin' Dan cover?
I'm actually going to show you guys something I just actually bought for $5 straight up. $5 eBay. Didn't even pay for shipping. Okay, and the reason I got it this cheap,
didn't even pay for shipping.
It's this. It's the collection of all three Star Wars.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, all right, cool, $5.
Star Wars trilogy.
And I talked to the seller about it, and she said that her husband had passed and she was getting rid of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt bad because I know that this is at least $25, but I felt kind of bad. But I understand she didn't know the market, so that could be another thing that.
Hold on, the guy saw the Slam 9.8, knew what the fuck that is. The difference having that DVD.
But who's to say that he was the one that paid for it?
Oh yeah, like I said, in collections usually, but usually if it's a collection, sure. But
remember our we had our best deals thing or whatever at the end of the year, and mine last year was finding that guy who sold on eBay, mind you, for $8 plus $5 shipping, was selling a magazine, the Carrie Fisher, I think Femme Fatale, was it Cineflix or whatever it was, magazine, with her in the slave Leia outfit, selling the magazine with a bonus Leia sketch cover by Adam Hughes.
Right.
As the bonus to buying the magazine for $8. He just didn't know what he had. But I'm saying the point was he just didn't know what he had, which I mean, some people don't care.
People don't know what they have, but
damn looking new CGC slab.
I think the slab was more of, I'm going to put this up for 99 cents and see where it goes.
See where it goes. And it went for $5.
$5.
Oh, they're telling me,
let me
put this up for $1. See what happens. Oh shit, $5. Fuck.
That's why you got to put it for buy it
auction,
now.
Don't auction some book for $1 unless you're willing to take $1 for it.
Yeah.
So I put the reserve.
Hey,
I'll put reserves on.
did you actually
Don't
look
put
up the
reserves on it.
Slice
Just don't
More
do it.
first
If you don't want to
appearance?
sell for $1, don't list it for $1.
I hate reserves. Just put it at the price you want.
Yeah, put it. At
Nobody
your
ever
minimum.
bids on reserves. They never get to the reserve price.
Yeah, put it at your minimum.
just don't
and
sell.
hope for the best if you want to
Joe,
do it.
I don't think some people have choices. I think some people.
Do it.
Okay, I know for a fact because I talked to a lot of people. There's a lot of people who don't have room anymore.
Yeah.
They do not have room anymore.
Well,
No.
and
People have room that aren't collectors like Ruben got displayed. I'm saying like people that had bought stuff and thought it was going to move someplace and don't, that are in personal chats now crying about how nothing for them has been selling, but it's been selling for that they thought. They overpaid for stuff because they believe their own hype or the other people.
Nothing has been selling for me either. But to be fair, I haven't tried selling anything.
yeah, same here. My 2 comics I currently have listed on eBay are not selling.
But
My tax bill is looking big this year. So, and it hasn't really slowed down in the last month and a half. There's a month there, summertime, that it kind of slowed down a little bit. Vacation time slowed down, but it hasn't slowed down in the last month and a half. So, I mean, like, stuff's selling.
Well,
It
and
just depends on how much you paid for it. If you
when you see like a really low auction like that too, like there could be several things wrong with like the listing, and like there's certain books like I just tell people don't sell them as an auction. Like, if you put like a book like that up, it's probably not a good book to put up as an auction. Like put it up if you're desperate to sell it, put it up at a fairly low price with a best offer, and wait till somebody tosses you an offer, and then just take it.
and then
Because if you put it up as an auction for like 99 cents,
Joe say the same thing. Yeah, don't be stupid. Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. Don't be stupid.
But the guy's like, I
I
got the
say it
first
every
Andor.
week.
Andor just came out. I'm gonna put this $1. Nobody would, in their right mind, would ever imagine that nobody would bid on it.
Yeah,
probably
$5.
not.
I mean, come on, dude. If we did a put a slab up before, what do you think this sold at? Even in this market that we know is not that nobody's looking for that book. If anybody said fucking $5, come on, nobody was thinking that book for $5.
Yeah.
Hey, Wayseeker, did you look up Sly Moore's first appearance?
Maybe it's not that bad.
How much it actually cost? Right
So, I mean, Sly Moore's first appearance is a tricky one, too, because like she's been in like 30 comic books, and everybody says it's Darth Vader 20 from the 2020 run. And like, come on now, she's been in 30 comics. How do you have 30 cameos before that? Like,
Right.
that's the tricky one. But the one that they say is that one. It's like $6, and then the one where she was in Revenge, the movie one, what Revenge of the Sith one. She's in that comic too, and that one didn't sell at all. So the one that I think is her actual first appearance didn't have a sale. The one that people claim is her first appearance, which is like her 30th appearance, sold for like $8.
you heard it by the 30th appearance, Sly Moore.
Yeah,
I am the Webbish
Go
blog.
out and buy it. No.
hey, I have the
Don't go out, buy it.
I have the Web's blog still coming, my man. It is.
I mean, there's a chance that I Webbish Bug will come in something, but
yeah, but you still shouldn't be paying tons of money for this stuff. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you should never, like you just should like. I think the one in 10s or 25s for that. I think I paid $4 for it. Like
that's
that's
still dirt cheap. That
yeah.
one. That's the Vader cover, right? With the cool.
It's Vader and him on the cover. Yeah. You can get those dirt cheap. Like that's the price of these books should be. That's the price they should be. Is dirt cheap. But like these. I mean, come on, man. Look, the 40 cameo appearances. I think they burned themselves out on that too, right? Because it was way easier before that. People knew what the fucking first appearance was. Yeah. But then they had to start trying to push themselves because they knew a new article or knew something else. Like that's just not going. I mean, it's just not going. I mean, anyways. All right.
That's the thing too, where you want to talk about comic market and Star Wars market intersecting. Like, I don't think you fool a lot of Star Wars fans with that either. Like people that say, "Oh, I'm selling this book to Star Wars fans," like Canon 6. Like, I don't think a lot of Star Wars fans were fooled into thinking that was really her first appearance.
No, I don't think so. I think it was other. Yeah, right. I agree.
mean,
That's
probably the only one where it's maybe Star Wars fans.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think we also have to take the box break off of the thumbnail.
Oh, yeah. Put the box break in. Let's make at least.
You guys can do it. I'm out. It's fucking 12:30 tomorrow. I can't.
Pretty late.
Yeah, all right, we're box breaking. Okay, Pete, good to see you.
You can go. You can go.
Good, Pete, go.
You
JJ,
guys have fun
in.
with the box
I'm in.
break.
I'm in like Flynn. Let's break some cards.
All right.
All right. All right, we're breaking some cards. JJ,
Are we doing this? We're doing this.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yes. Oh,
Now's your
shit.
time, Ruben. You want to go? You come with me.
Yeah, Ruben, you could go. Bye.
I'm leaving.
Ruben wants to see these cards. What are you
I
talking
got to
about?
work in the morning too, but
Ruben wants to
You
buy a
guys-
pack.
So let me get this open here. Hang on. I'll switch cameras real quick.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. I'm down. I'm down.
Come on, load up. All right, I'm gonna mute this mic.
Thanks. Yeah. Pull Mike while Pete's gone. Hold on.
Okay, mute me.
Got it. All right. Add to the stream. Remove from the stream. All right.
Unmute
Echoes.
cards.
Let's see if that card's echoes. I'm trying to unmute cards. Oh, unmute cards. Okay, we're good.
Got it? Okay.
Got it.
All right. So this is what the hits look like. I have one that I have myself.
Ooh.
Little foil
That's pretty
action.
Did you
Yeah.
buy that from a different box, or did you get?
Yeah. So this
Wait,
came out
this
different box.
is a game?
Yeah, it's a trading card game.
Trading card game.
That fucking looks better than the cards they give you in the card collecting packs.
This is a Japanese trading card game. They take their trading card game seriously, man.
They should.
Thanks, Creed.
But yeah. So we'll crack this open.
Ooh.
Now, one thing I want to ask everybody. I don't know if
That
you can
hurts.
see it in my camera or not, but anybody notice something weird about the art?
The lightsabers are switched. Vader's
Yeah,
got the
it's
blue one.
switched.
Yeah, Luke's got a red lightsaber.
That's cool.
I don't know why that
That-
is. I have no idea.
That's the way there was in the original poster.
Was it really?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
I think he's
The
right.
Revenge of the Jedi poster.
Nice. Did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. So there's a box topper.
What does that mean?
So box topper is a card that gave you like a promo card.
Chewy, look at that.
Ruben, go pull that poster up for us.
Hang on, I'm gonna see if I can kill the.
He's joking, Ruben.
I have it on my. I literally have it on my wall.
There we go. That's a little bit better. Now we can see it better.
Yeah, Revenge of the Jedi. Yes,
Yep.
sticks. That's the one he's referring to.
So let's see, where did I put my scissors at?
I do an Instagram post, Wave Seeker, and I'll tag you in it.
That's awesome.
I'll take a picture of it on my wall.
Good idea.
All right. So I'm just gonna go quick as I can, at least.
Lopez, how do you not like Andor? I don't think Lopez is actually a fan of Star Wars, to be honest with you.
Hey, I want that Ray. No one likes her anyway. Oh my god.
Terrible.
Yeah, we got a whole pack of the sequel trilogy.
All right. There you
So
go.
this is actually, well, that's a trial deck card. So
That
no.
was Ray when she was good.
Yeah.
They ruined her.
And we should get run rare a pack at least. So
That's
Ooh,
the
where's
rare.
that? That's supposed to be rare?
yeah,
Ooh.
it's a rare. So it's kind of
Yeah,
foiled, subtle foiling there, but yeah.
Yeah, no, almost.
Do the rares have higher points? Because that's like 6,500. That I don't know
Yep.
what they mean, but it was more than
Well,
everything else.
they all kind of have different hit points. I don't playing the game is a little bit difficult. I haven't quite learned how to play the game yet. But yeah.
We should learn. We should see JJ. We should take JJ online.
Especially this set, like because all the sets play differently. So this set is in Japanese, so I obviously don't know how to play this one. But I do know that, like you'll see the colors there. So there's the 4 colors; they all break differently, and then you have to basically. It's a simple game where you basically eliminate other people's points.
Hmm.
Or watch the Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid. It's kind of like that. But I'm hoping we get a good hit out of this as far as
A lot of sequel cards. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So yeah, it's all original trilogy and sequel trilogy.
Hmm.
There's really no prequels, which is kind of weird. Oh,
Ooh.
Wow.
so we got a triple rare Darth Vader.
Oh, that's nice.
I'll buy that off you.
This is a box hit, so there'd be 1 to 2 of these in a box.
Oh, that's a box hit. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
fun.
that's-
I'm now gotta go buy one.
Yeah.
Oh, we get-
Oh,
There's a rare.
Oh,
The snow cone.
No.
That actually looked pretty cool. That's
is that a box hit? Tell me the second one wasn't a box hit.
No, that's a packet. There's one
Okay.
rare in every pack.
Okay, fine. Good.
Oh.
Fair.
Oh man, snow could have been cool.
No, I don't think there's a way to
Yeah.
make that.
Most
cool.
of the rares you can get is what they call super rares, which are kind of like what this card was. This is a triple rare, but same concept. So
Mm.
it takes another card and foils it. And
so a triple rare is better than SRs?
Yeah, they're a little more rare. They play the
Gamorrean
same.
guards.
but-
Gamorrean guards.
Yep.
Oh,
First
Poe,
double.
What's his name?
Unkar.
Encore.
Encore.
Oh boy.
Palps. Star Destroyers. Big
There we
Ray.
go.
Jabba.
Jabba.
Rare Vader.
Ooh, another rare Vader.
Is this a Vader box?
Damn, you only got a
Maybe.
hot box.
You
Get the
gotta
hot
Maybe
get
box.
that- 'cause he is most-
you gotta get that $400 card in this box.
You might get one of those hot
What is
boxes.
$400 card? Do we know?
It's a Vader, what do they call a special rare
Hmm.
or an SP. So, and actually, in their other sets, they get them signed. So obviously, the Star Wars set's not signed. Let's see if I have one. Like,
Hey,
they'll
does
look like
anybody- while I was going through this, does anybody else? Oh, that's nice.
Mhm.
Okay.
Is that an autograph?
Does anybody else think
It's a
that
foil copy of an autograph.
Okay.
does anybody else think since Dark Lopez loves Plagueis and that's the only Star Wars novel he read, if he reads other Star Wars novels, he'd actually become a fan of Star Wars?
Possible.
Might be.
That is
Maybe.
funny.
That was
Yoda, Poe.
There was a tag in Bing 2 up 9.8 up for auction. I almost hit him up on Instagram so he'd buy it.
Ooh.
Rare Vader.
2 packs, 2 Vaders.
This
Yeah.
is a Vader box, boy. I'll tell you.
Oh, he might get it. Not giving Chewie a medal, huh?
Nope.
God, I gotta go pee, but I know he's gonna hit the.
Guard.
Oh, I just saw it. Orion Guard.
We can
It's
peek a
a
little
trap.
bit. Oh, there's something there.
Yeah, there's something there.
Just a double rare.
Rare.
Ooh,
Double
I like
rare.
that
Okay.
one. That's
Frozen Karma. Ooh, what's that?
It's just a stormtrooper.
Oh, just a big stormtrooper.
Luke training.
Doubles.
so. Are those like locations where you have to play at? That the
Do what now?
are those like locations where you have your battles at?
What are you talking about? Locations?
Like the last card that's horizontal.
Oh, it's a, what you call a climax card.
Did you say climax card?
Yeah.
But he said,
The character cards in I think in Pokemon are the character cards or something like that, where basically you use it as one deck in or one card in a hand or something like that.
Put the cards down a little bit. Let's see
Tommy
what
Longbox. Tommy
Okay.
Longbox.
There you go.
Jedi. Tommy Longbox. He doesn't know yet because he doesn't watch the show till Monday.
No hit this pack. Just another rare fin.
What do you Obi-Wan?
Ooh, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
That Obi-Wan look good.
is it bad that I want to buy a box now?
Homo.
Yeah,
Well, it's a reprint of an old set. So, yeah, these are the backs, by the way.
That's cool. At the back, so I thought.
red arm. Okay, down a little bit lower.
Peek a little bit. Sorry.
Oh,
There you go. Little McCory.
You could go straight to the hits.
No. Keep going. Leia.
It's only 16 packs. We're getting through them quick.
Oh, there. This is the theme of the night.
Cantina band.
Jesus
There
Christ.
you go.
Chewbacca, Jabba Jabba.
There's a lot of writing on that card.
Yep. Don't ask me what it means. Can't read Japanese. Oh, cut deep enough. There we go.
A lot of Ray cards too. You got.
mm-hmm.
I don't see anything there yet.
Ray Invader. Ooh, old Han.
Hold on.
Oh, Walk the Plank. The Sarlacc pit.
Yep.
Look at the back.
That one?
It's kinda- isn't it?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, some of them use almost like McQuarrie style art.
Yeah, some of them are.
Yeah.
There's like half McQuarrie, half not.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
A poster.
Lightsaber.
Hey, Mosh.
Like Moss. Hey,
That's,
could have done a better job of Fazla.
Yeah, some are a little rough.
Are we're halfway? Is that what it is?
Halfway. Yep.
Okay.
Going to the left side. I'm gonna knock this mic over. I better move it.
that damn Joe.
Joe.
Don't see anything. You can head a little bit.
That's
Next
cool.
wings. Tarks.
Tarkin, I think.
That's a bad art.
That's really bad art. That is 2.
Ooh.
Not so bad art.
There you go.
There you go.
Other side.
There you
Down
go.
one, front one.
Later.
What the hell is Yoda?
I know. Right?
That's
Mr.
a rare.
Dare.
Why can't
Hoba Yoda.
Java?
Yeah.
Need a dentist, I do.
Cool. We got them summer teeth, huh?
Yeah.
We're here, summer there.
We're on a swamp planet. It happens.
That looks a little more like he's from Florida.
I need to cut these deeper.
That's Swamp Planet.
More.
Ray.
Ray.
Ooh, maybe. I don't know. We got something back there.
Ooh, Palp.
Helps.
Oh,
Unkar.
yeah.
Ray.
There you go.
Is that a
It's a double
rare?
rare.
Or is that special?
Which call it double
Double
rare.
Double rare.
About
Double
4
rare.
double rare in the box.
Hey!
Hey, Tarzan Chewy.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Wicket's hanging on him. There you go.
Jedi.
One for Jedi.
Yep.
Hey.
Blonde Han.
Hey, huh?
Hey.
It's all right. It's a good one. Obey.
This should be the pack right here. This is it. Right.
Hope so.
So you get something right here.
We got our first hit pretty early, so that's usually a good sign.
There you go.
There you go. What?
Sweet.
I thought I missed something. I was like, what?
Go have it.
There goes Vader.
Yeah, that's good, Vader. Hey, that's a McCurry pose. What's
Yeah.
that? Oh, the AT&T.
Yeah,
That's cool.
rough looking Kylo.
He looks so soft.
Yeah.
When he took the
Not
helmet
Adam
off at the
Driver.
beginning, did he look like a Disney princess? Prince. He took the helmet off back in the other
You said it right the first time.
princess.
Luke.
But yeah.
Still.
It.
Loba.
Hey!
Lobot.
There you go.
Robot.
I'm not sure who that's supposed to be.
Pete.
P. And just a rare Han.
Right. It's your second one of those, I think.
Yep. Oh, we're down to 4 packs.
All right.
Darth Lopez is about to get muted.
Did we get our second hit? I don't know.
Hey, for Jedi, another C-3PO.
I like that art.
Pin helmet.
That's actually pretty good. Second one of that one. There you go.
Double rare Han.
Hey.
Double rare.
So are double rares actually stronger cards?
Ooh.
Yes.
Is that Dream Leia?
So double
So is
rares
that-
are like double rares are the lesser versions of less rare versions of the special rares.
Yeah, I just didn't know if the cards.
Oh, there we go.
Coming out, Starlight?
It just said bounty hunter on it.
I didn't
Didn't
know
have
if
the
the
right
cards
to
had
put
more
Boba
hit
Fett.
points or something like that.
He didn't have the right to put Boba Fett's name on it.
That's
You
bounty
missed
hunter.
the earlier part of the show, Lopez, where we said that George makes mistakes.
It's peak.
Oh, is it there?
I
Something.
don't know.
Up to rare R2.
Hey, look, it's Boba, a quarter Boba. Hey! Cool.
Could be McCool. It even has.
Hey, it has it in English on it. I see. Does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all-
Some have English on them and some don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
Jabba no Bottom.
Mm.
Hello.
Fortuna.
There you go.
Salute Luke.
That does not look like him, but okay.
No, not at all.
Hey, random person.
2 packs.
2 packs left. We're sure we're gonna get one more hit on this?
I don't
No.
know. It's 1 to 2.
Oh, 1 to 2.
Usually, though, when you hit a triple rare, that's a good sign that you do have a second hit in this game. So
They love Ray.
They do.
No, there we go. That's cool.
it's captured.
Hey!
Hey, right.
Wait a minute, Mookie, huh?
I don't know. It's going to come down the last pack. We'll see.
Hey.
Helps.
Oh, there you go. Was that a Vader?
It's a Vader, yeah.
Was it a Ray
Last
one?
one.
No.
You are beaten.
Here's the money shot right here.
Get that SR.
Yeah, get the answer.
There's something back.
There's something back there, he says.
Ah.
Ooh, that's nice. That's
Cool.
different. Okay.
Orlando.
That's the peg hanger.
SR Kylo Ren.
SR
Oh,
Kylo soft ass Ren.
the Head and Shoulders Ren.
Are you happy with that one?
Do what?
Are you happy with another SR? Or is that
Nope. It's just a box hit. So I was looking for a case hit.
Oh, there we go.
Boba.
But then I saw it.
But yeah,
Nice.
Oh, it's Slave 1 behind him too. Nice. All right.
their case hit. Bummer.
Oh, that's a bummer.
It's a bummer. That's okay.
I think
I'll
that one.
take the whole box from.
Yeah, the triple rare is still going to be worth some money. I mean,
It might be worth the box.
Did you hear? Ruben will buy the whole. Ruben will
Buy the
buy
whole
the
box.
buy the whole lot.
Keep the 3 Boba Fetts out. I'll take the Boba Fetts.
Okay. Confession is not my first box, so I've got plenty of them to go around.
Yeah. Dom's got a busy week. Talking about next week.
Oh, next week's gonna be busy. Oh, listen, let me know. I know what you want, Ray Seeger, but let
Where
me
you
know
gonna be
what
this
somebody else
weekend?
wants. I'm gonna try to do what I can at Comic-Con. Actually, so
New
my
York
brother, Geek Astronomy. I'm gonna plug his thing.
Yeah,
He actually got it. We got an appointment with Hasbro, so we're gonna be with the Hasbro guys.
Oh, look at that!
So
Nice.
Thursday.
Nice.
Good
Yeah,
job.
Dom's gonna be there all 4 days. Hopefully, we're trying to get him to do some video of some of the
I'm
High
gonna see.
Republic stuff that's coming out.
Try to get Charles Soleil. How do you Charles Soule?
Yeah, Gray's gonna be there too, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind you having a conversation with Gray.
Gonna
Really,
see.
That would
Yeah,
be another one to have a fun
know,
conversation with.
Me personally, I think this con is going to be a shit show for one particular reason, because there's a lot of like the lottos for a lot of things. They cut them off this year, so everybody's going to be all over the place.
Yeah, but I
So
don't
what-
think people are gonna be all over Gray. It's weird. It's weird sometimes with those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, I'm going to try to talk to Charles Soule and Gray. I'm going to try to see if I can get a couple of minutes with them, see what's what. Marco, just let me know what you want me to tell them, and I'll try to
Yeah, we'll put some stuff together for you. Yeah, for
try
sure.
to see what I can put something together.
Ask Gray if she thinks anybody writes Leia as well as she does. Just that's how you want in line. And as soon as you do that, everything else will be gravy, because she does write Leia the best.
I think I'm hoping. She kind of brought this up at one of the last cons that she really wants to do Lost Stars 2. And so I'm wondering maybe could we get an announcement here for Lost Stars 2?
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
Ask her about Lost Stars 2.
I don't know, because that's usually something for Star Wars Celebration, because it's something big.
They announced Lost Stars 1 at NYCC. They usually announce 3 or 4 new novels at this one, and they will announce. They said they're going to announce some new novels.
I actually have to see who the celebs are going to be. Any of the Star Wars celebs going to be at this show?
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah, I got to look.
I remember the
Well,
list.
if it wasn't 1 o'clock in the morning, we'd pull up the list.
I know. I got to get to work, but we could actually we'll talk.
It
It's
isn't
not
1
even
in the
11
morning.
o'clock here. You know,
It's not even midnight.
Yeah, well, it's midnight. It's what time is it?
All right,
42.
real quickly, let's do all the plugs. Make sure that you are. What do we have? If you didn't see the interview, really cool interview that went on SNNS Saturday Night Special last week, make sure you do it. We'll have it linked below. Make sure. Oh, first off, and thank you for JJ and the 42 giveaway and the pack opening.
yeah,
Thank you very much, JJ.
awesome.
Appreciate it. We would put your face on there, but it'll cause a feedback, so we're not going to do that. Also, make sure you're checking out Dom and Jedi. They have another show coming out on Friday. Obviously, Pete just did Hidden Gems, so that will be coming out too. Saturday has another SNS special. Wednesday, which is coming up, we will be doing TAC. We're going to be Halloween orientated over there for a little bit, but we might cover a little bit of NYCC.
Oh yeah, by the way, the show Miracle Madness, it's a 10th episode. We're gonna have a giveaway. So
There you go. 10th episode.
there's a giveaway.
All the time.
We're gonna give away. So
Right, check out all that stuff. Ruben, make sure you're following him on the IGs. Make sure you're following Wayseeker. Make sure you're following everybody follows Dom on the IGs. What? Respin, see you, Wayseeker. Yeah, see you on Wednesday for TAC. Good stuff. Stay safe, Dom. We need y'all. We need you. Yep, be good. Hopefully, we'll get some footage out of there. Send Dom's suggestions for NYCC. Anything else I'm forgetting, I probably am, but we'll make it up later. Thank you, Ruben. Glad you got the day off.
Yeah.
thank you for being on the show. Good seeing you.
Yeah. That's I'm forgetting the outro because Pete's not here. We will move. Pete won't be here next week either. We will move the thing to